the fuck's up, man?
How's it going, man?
Cheers.
Glad to be here.
Cheers. To King's Wings. You ready to hurt?
Yeah, I'm ready to hurt. Let's see what kind of pain I can cause to myself.
What's your typical tolerance to hot and spicy food?
So I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been eating really spicy foods. Like I was telling you earlier, I had a friend who, a chili cook-off that we had at our college, he won for spiciest chili. That had ghost pepper, habanero, red chili pepper, jalapeno. I mean, it had a lot in it, and it was really good. So I like to think that I like a lot of spice, but I've stared down the competition so far, and I'm thinking it's maybe looking a little daunting. So dude, we'll see how it goes.
This stuff hurts, man. I know I kind of mentioned off stream. The bomb, dude, is like swallowing glass. It's so bad.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let's see what kind of.
And coincidentally, my co-host that's usually joining me, his screen name is Glass, so that is a pretty weird one to say that we're swallowing glass.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, Pay4, what's up, man? How are you tonight? Welcome. Fuck, man. So, how was that little run with Sidious and Sanity and Lumen? Those Lumen dudes are dope as fuck. They're heavier than shit.
Yeah, they were really good. They, I've never seen Lumen before, but I've always seen them around, and I think they played Keach Fest in the past. And, I was really excited to see them play the music, and they came out on stage, and I mean, it was impressive. Constant shredding. I love to see a lot of guitar work, and they really nailed it. So, it was a fun weekend. If you follow our band page, if you've seen us on our Instagram, Facebook, we had to cancel our Kentucky date. That was an unfortunate kind of a drop there. We were looking forward to playing Shiners. I've heard that Shiners up in that area in Somerset is just an awesome venue. It's in a barber shop. I don't know if you've looked into it too much, but
I was supposed to play there with, I want to say, Retribution. Back when Slug had a date booked there, but I think that show fell apart, unfortunately, due to COVID stuff. And yeah,
it's been hard to get started back up, man. I think it's time. I think we're at a point now where it's just like people are ready to get back out and be social again, but none of us know how to do it. We haven't done it in 2 years, so
isn't that weird? Like, you go and hang out with people and you're like, this just doesn't feel right for some reason. It feels awkward. Yeah. Not necessarily right. That's
not wrong. You just don't remember how to do it.
That's not the right wording, I guess, but it's just it's definitely time, dude. We got to carry on eventually,
for sure.
So you had a show cancel in Kentucky, and what other spots did you guys play again?
We played a record shop in Cumming, Georgia, and then we packed up and we came back up here to Knoxville and played at the Brickyard. And
that was what DYI's first show back, right?
Yeah, after I think 2 years. It was awesome. I love seeing the TVs come back out. It always gets me hyped. So, it was really good to play with DYI as well. We haven't had a chance to play with them, so always like playing with new bands.
Hell yeah. So when it comes to these wings, are you a traditional or boneless type of person?
You know what? So I know there's a lot of hate for boneless wings. I'm not a boneless wing person. I think if I'm going to eat wings, I'm going to eat traditional wings.
Yeah.
But I don't mind boneless wings. They're convenient. They're quick. You don't have to eat around a bone. What can you do? So some people, there was a restaurant in Seymour. So when I was in college, there was a place called Craven Wings, and we went there to get wings, and a friend of mine ordered boneless wings, and the lady, it was like night and day difference. She snapped. She's like, there's no such thing as a boneless wing. She said there's chicken nuggets and there's wings, and true. She gave him a spiel on the spot. We're just trying to eat lunch, I
don't think there's been a single person that's joined me on here so far that thinks that boneless wings qualify.
Not for wings, no, not at all.
I'm ashamed to admit that I do enjoy boneless wings because I'm just fucking lazy and would rather eat them with a fork because these obviously get messy.
Yeah. Yeah. Craven Wings is delicious. It's one of the places I miss when I lived down in that area. But I think if I'm going for wings in Knoxville in general, Downtown Grill and Brewery is still my favorite. They have the Woodruff wings on their appetizer menu. I think 9 out of 10 times it's either that or the pizza that I'll get there. It's just unbeatable, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Extra saucy nuggets are amazing, including what they're called. I've never had Craven Wings. Where did you say that's at again?
It was in Seymour. I don't know if it's the same place anymore. It might still exist. You know where that little Kroger and Polancho's in Seymour is? There's like a Dairy Queen across the street.
It's things that I'm not from here. Like I've been here for 4 years now, and I still don't know anything aside from where we go for shows. And
yeah,
dude, I don't get out.
I made a point to get lost when I first moved here. I took a weekend and just drove out into downtown Knoxville. I think I ended up on Washington Pike over in East Knoxville. But I just got myself lost and tried to find myself a way around. It kind of helps me catch my sense of direction and everything. But I've lived in Knoxville now for 11 years, so it's kind of become home.
Where are you from initially?
Ohio.
Oh,
yeah, just up in the Dayton, Ohio area. It's a town called Troy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. If anybody's a metalcore fan, I actually went to high school with Miss May I. I had a couple of classes with some of the members.
Cool,
so,
man.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Same little area.
Here's my argument for boneless wings. Boneless wings are made with whole chunks of breast meat. Chicken nuggets are made with processed ground chicken. I mean, that's true.
Yeah, but that's a good point.
Like I said, I'm just a lazy ass when it comes to that stuff. So I'd rather just use a fork when I'm just trying to get a meal in.
I don't mind it. I don't think there's any shame in just eating wings like a toddler almost. Yeah. You can just use your hands, just throw them in there.
I mean, we're going to do that tonight, man.
Yeah.
I got to fix something right quick. It's going to bug me.
All right.
Sorry, I had to move that off the chat window. Dude, I've lived in the same town for 20 years and still get lost. Man, you know, the thing for me here in Knoxville or the East Tennessee area is that because of the horizon with the trees and stuff, it's hard to see landmarks.
Yeah.
Back out west, there's no trees. It's all desert. So like you can see around as far as you can go.
Yeah. That's Ohio too. I mean the tallest thing that you're going to try and have to see over when you're driving is corn. And in only July to August, I mean, you're going to have it up maybe like eye level or a little bit higher than you. But the rest of the time, it's soybeans are flat and dead. And you can see for miles, you know, there's a stretch between where I grew up and the town I moved to. And if you catch it at the right time of night, you can see like all three cities in the area from the same intersection because it's just so flat.
Right.
Yeah, it's way different down here.
DVTHV. What's up, dude? How's it going?
Hey, babe. Thanks for watching me. I can't wait to have you watch me suffer for 2 hours.
Oh, boy, is he going to suffer.
She's been looking forward to it, I think.
Oh, so I'm assuming DV's your lady.
Duthu. Cool. Yeah.
Oh, duh.
There you go.
Jeez. Way over my head. What's your beer of choice tonight? So you got, what, a Miller High Life over there?
Yeah, I'm pretty casual. I have no shame in drinking a High Life or 12. You know?
I've not really ever drank them. I've tasted them a couple times, and it's
a cheap beer. I mean, it's not meant to be anything amazing, but I just like beer in general. Honestly, I don't think there's many beers anymore that I don't like. I'm not a big fan of like darker beers like ports, stouts, things like that. Just not my thing. But other than that, I mean,
how do you feel about like IPAs and stuff?
I love a good IPA. I know that there's like another, like, not a stigma, but like, you know, people always say like people who like IPAs don't actually like IPAs.
We're just hipsters.
I genuinely do, you know. There's the Homestyle Brewery. They make an IPA that's got a good, really like mango flavor. I like that citrusy flavor to my beer too. But I get it too. Some of them just straight up taste like soap. It's not good.
What's your favorite IPA that you personally go out? If you're gonna drink an IPA and you have the option to pick one, what's it gonna be?
The Sweetwater 420 strain, the G20, I think it's called. That's a really good one. And then Rhinegeist Brewery in Cincinnati makes one called the Truth IPA. Okay. And it's pretty strong. It's really floral, but it's probably my favorite one, honestly.
It was some years back. It was at a brewery in Knoxville. Whitechapel did a IPA run of it was jalapeno and orange peel IPA, dude, and it was so delicious. I have a can of it somewhere. I don't know what I did with it, but
that sounds awesome.
Honestly, it was so good, man.
That sounds really good. I found out recently that one of the ladies that I worked with, she just got promoted into a new position, but she, her and I guess her husband and a few other people all are co-owners of Fanatic Brewery in Knoxville. So like, it's just a cool little thing we all found out. We're going to plan a work trip to go all drink and hang out there someday.
I mean, that's a neat little like perk. Oh, fuck, man.
Oh no, is it wing time?
It's wing
That's
time.
all right.
We'll get to that here in a second. I want to continue this conversation still.
Okay.
That's got to be a neat little fucking perk to have there.
Yeah, I mean, like, how often do you know somebody who is a part owner of a brewery? You know, I mean, you can go to any brewery anytime, but I don't know. It's just cool to see the directions people have gone in life, and you know, people want to do breweries, they want to do music. It's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely an art form. Gatlinburg Brewery has some of the best beer. So, just for record, Monster Mash here is my sister.
Okay.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Chris's sister, Lynn.
It's Frankie. Hi, Frankie Lynn. Gatlinburg Brewery has some of the best beer. Do you have a preference? Shit. All right. Well, while we're waiting for her answer, we're gonna get into our first wing here, dude.
All right.
So
we got
like
red
I said,
hot.
left to right.
Left to right.
So the first one here is just some Frank's Red Hot. Man, it's super basic. It's not gonna hurt you.
Yeah. We'll see. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna.
Cheers, my guy.
Cheers.
Breakfast juice and their Mountain Merman Sour. So, I've always had this thing about doing these where I feel weird about chewing into the mic because
I know, I'm like
I just step away from it.
Gonna update your stream to an ASMR podcast.
Wing ASMR. We'll make this sexy as hell. Y'all, for those of you who are watching, if you got some music you want us to listen to, hit us with it. But
yeah, drop some suggestions. I'm tired of listening to the same stuff I listen to all the time.
Till then, we're going to go ahead and play some Time in Eternity right now.
Shameless self-promotion.
Shameless plugs. Let's get it. Where's my audio at, damn it? Do it better, ASMR. So, me and my sister, actually. My sister is really into ASMR and stuff. She wants to start an ASMR channel.
Oh, yeah?
I told her, let's do it, dude. I'll do all your editing and stuff for you. We can make that happen. But we haven't actually pulled the trigger yet.
Yeah. It's not a thing that, like, I know some people, like, cringe at that sound, but it's not something that affects me at all. But at the same time, I don't have any, like, I don't understand the appeal to it. Why people want to hear that sound constantly, you know?
It definitely has to be a specific sound. And we got paper towels here somewhere. Like, everyone's got well, not everyone, obviously. You know what ASMR stands for?
I don't, actually.
Audio Sensory Meridian Response. So, yeah, whenever you're listening to a band...
Yeah.
Do you ever get goosebumps when listening to a band?
Yes.
That's
absolutely.
ASMR.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. I just didn't know what the actual, like... I mean, you hear the term as more like a buzzword before you actually know what it is, you know?
Right. She just said visual ASMR is the best. So, I mean, I don't know what the term for visual ASMR is, but...
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with that. I don't really know what visual ASMR would entail.
I've used ASMR to help put myself to sleep, like white noise is ASMR.
Okay, so yeah, I guess that makes sense. We have a white noise machine in our bedroom.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome, so...
Anything that causes a physical reaction from audio is ASMR.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's always so fascinating because, I mean, that's how you know when you like a song. I mean, you can like an entire album and song that comes out from a band, but like there's those ones that just grab onto you and you just stuck with it forever because of that feeling. So,
sorry, I'm not ignoring you. My shit's being dumb.
No, it's all good. Let's see. Isaac says Windows Media Player Visualizer. I think that's the one I would stick with too. That's a throwback. I like the swirly one when it starts to swirl around the screen and then it pulses. It's that's my favorite one, I think. 2007 Windows Media Player.
Old ass shit. So, you playing much video games lately?
You know what? I've been playing a lot of games, but I've been playing a lot of old video games. I'm playing a lot of like going back and playing nostalgia. Like played through the Spyro trilogy. They did the remaster on there. Tony Hawk 1 and 2, they had the remaster on there. I played through those. When I'm working, I actually have my personal computer up, and I'll keep an emulator up, and I'll play Pokemon in between my calls.
Oh, nice.
So I've been playing through, I beat Fire Red, I went through and played and beat Emerald, and now I'm playing through Crystal version, which was the first version I ever played.
I'm so bad about starting Pokemon games and not finishing them. Like, most recently was Sword and Shield, and I want to say I got like a third of the way through it, and then just stopped. Like,
it's hard. It's same with like I mean, how many times have we all started and stopped Skyrim? You know, once you've beat the initial adventure, you think about all the things that are fun to do in those games, and then you're loading on like that main screen, and then you have nothing, and you're like, I don't want to play this again. Like, I can't start this whole thing all over again.
My catalog for games right now is really small.
Yeah,
like, I'm having a hard time finding anything that's actually grabbing my attention. Lately, I've been stuck on 7 Days to Die. Have you ever heard of that?
I've heard of it. I just haven't played it.
It's an open world zombie survival. So like, think Minecraft, but with like, if Resident Evil Minecraft were to fucking have a baby, then that's what gives you 7 Days to Die.
Okay,
it's
I got you.
The premise is that every 7 days you have what's called a blood moon. And on that blood moon, it's just a ridiculous amount of zombies that are after you, trying to kill you.
Okay, so it's like just hardcore mode for one night, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you.
You PlayStation or Xbox guy?
So it depends. I've got an Xbox One, and I've had it for a couple of years. Jasmine's got a PlayStation 4, so we kind of have both at our disposal at the time, but we haven't even tried to get a new console. The whole trying to fight over a PS5 for $1,000.
No, thank you.
No, man, I don't play enough video games to justify that price.
No,
you know?
Like, if you were no-lifing it all the time and that was literally all you did, sure, maybe.
Right,
but
yeah.
man.
But I just don't. I mean, I don't know. As you get older, you just kind of like burn out on playing video games all day, every day, I think.
Yeah, I can't do it.
But some people don't. I mean, it's good for them, honestly.
It's
good to have. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's other things I'd want to do.
I kind of run into the same issue, except for I'm not looking for the new Xbox or the new PlayStation. I want a fucking graphics card for my computer, but I don't want to pay some exorbitant amount of money and it just be...
Yeah.
No, not gonna feed the trolls, man.
No, and that's the thing is like, I don't know, this whole like computer chip shortage and cryptocurrency and like it's insane to try and navigate that right now. And then like if you're in our position and we're looking to buy a house in the next year or so, and like, I mean, at this point, you can't buy a house unless you buy it without looking at it. And I'm like, what a terrible idea. You know, I wouldn't want to ever put myself in that situation. And it's just, everything's expensive right now. So
buy
I think
a house without looking at it.
I mean, seriously, when we had Bert and Liz were buying a house right about the time when the band was finishing or starting up recording on the album. And I mean, hearing their realtor, she was like, you need to bid $20,000 over. You need to bid 24 hours after the listing's posted. After that, it's sold. You can be guaranteed that you won't buy it. Like, and I'm like, that's insane. Because if you put down $20,000 over asking price and then your house appraises for a higher amount, you have to pay the difference out of pocket. And I don't know anybody who could, $10, $20 extra $1,000 on top of their down payment.
Yeah, I just got that laying around.
Yeah, right? Like,
we broke. I'm white trash, so like I got nothing.
I think about that at my job, having customers call me from all over the country to insure their houses, their cars, and like some people are driving 2022, 2023 like Audis and Lexus and have these 4,000 square foot houses, and I'm like in my boxers in my recliner, and I'm just like, you got a swimming pool? Like you want to buy insurance from us today? And, just. I don't know.
I'm definitely learning the thought process or motto, I guess, is that money is great and all. You can always make more money, but you can never make up time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've always kind of felt that way. I wouldn't consider myself a person who like spends a ton of money, but I've never been afraid to spend my money because you can't take it with you. You know, you obviously need to save. You need to take care of your life, your bills, things like that. But like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna pile all your money in a casket and let it rot with you? Like,
I mean, I understand wanting to make sure you have, if you've got kids, you want to set them up and make sure. Right,
you need to have security, but hoarding money and just it's silly. What's the point?
Do you do the crypto thing at all?
I did for a while. I got into it, and I got back out of it just seeing the way that, like, the way people are generating farming and trying to just mass produce, like, little farms to take as much cryptocurrency in as they can, and they're buying up all these silicon and computer chips. Yep. You can't buy cars at a reasonable price. You can't get a graphics card. Like, I don't know. It's not worth it to me. I'm not as invested in its success as I think some people are. So...
Obviously, I want success. I want to be able to, like, you only get one life, you know, like you only live once. Sure. So I want to make sure when I turn 80 or whenever I'm on my deathbed that I feel like I did what I wanted to do in life.
Yeah,
I don't like feeling like a drone. It sucks ass.
Yeah.
And
yeah, absolutely.
So obviously, I want to be successful enough money-wise to get away from having to be a drone. But I feel like every time I pursue that, like crypto, I'm like, I'm going to be a crypto day trader and I'm going to quit my job.
Yeah, you
every
get this
trade
idea.
I've ever made has always been a loss.
So I cashed out a good amount of my crypto before the end of the tax year. And so I had to file to my taxes this year. And seeing the amount of money that I put into it, the amount of the money that I withdrew, and then seeing that it was like net profit of $70. I was like, I spent a year investing on this. Like, it's just...
I mean, it was definitely a matter of like getting in it at a certain time. I did pretty well with it, but dude, the fucking capital gain tax is no joke. Depending how much you made, you're looking at like a 25% tax.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a lot of money that comes out of pocket. I still have one cryptocurrency I'm holding that's like, people thought it was going to be a rug pull at first. It didn't end up being a rug pull, but it hasn't been as successful as it was supposed to be.
Doge,
no. Right. I did have Doge at one point because I bought into it like a chump, but I traded out of it.
I've got a great story. So I have a coworker who currently hates me. Not really hates me, but he's mad at me. Yeah. So I like to be the person sometimes where I'm like, I'm smarter than everybody else. And that's definitely not the case. I had gotten into investing like Ethereum and Bitcoin, and I seen what Doge was. I was like, oh, Doge, if you're a real investor, you're not going to buy a Doge because it's literally made to decrease in value over time.
Right.
So I have this coworker who dumped like $300 into Doge when it was like at its cheapest, dude.
Really?
Cheapest. And I was like, dude, no, don't put your money there. Get it out, man. I'm like, buy Ethereum, buy Bitcoin.
Right.
You want to guess what happened?
Did he buy out of it?
No. Oh, yeah. He sold.
Yeah, so that's what I mean.
And then it jumped up to 70 cents a share. He had something like 100,000 Dogecoin. We did the math, and he would have had like $40,000 or 70,000, somewhere in that in that ballpark. And he was like, I fucking hate you.
Dude, yeah. So that's why I was like, I'll tell you what I would do, but I'm not going to tell you what to do, you know?
I'm not a financial advisor.
No, dude. That's one thing I won't miss is the AMC. Everybody's like, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm like, we know. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and you're on Reddit. Like, you should be working if you're a financial advisor. There's some people that have done
super well with it. You know, I know.
That's true. I won't actually say anything like that.
I'm not big brain enough to get away with that sort of shit. I've tried to learn it and watch tutorials on it, understanding the candles and wicks, and I'm like, oh, this is so above my head. So I just bought and I just let it sit.
I still have one that I'm holding on to, like I said, and I bought it at like it was like 1/100,000th of a cent was the value when I first heard about it. So I bought like 92 million shares for I put like maybe $50 into it.
Let it sit, man. Just let it sit.
I'm gonna let it sit because it's $50. I'm not gonna miss. So I mean, maybe one day I'll wake up and have $92 million. Like, who knows?
You never know. Dude.
I don't know what I would do. Like,
my hope is here in like 10 years, I'm gonna be able to cash out my Bitcoin and Ethereum and just buy a house with it. You know?
Yeah.
That's
why not?
If I can
that's
get
a reasonable goal.
If I can reach that, I'm cool. I'm not looking to retire on it. I just want to be able to buy a house with it.
Yeah.
Yo, we ain't got no tunes. What's the deal, y'all?
Yeah. What happened here?
Speaking of which, Doge is down 5% in the last 21 hours.
Let's see. I'll check to see if I'm a multimillionaire right now.
Oh shit! What do we got next? Oh, so we got what sauce is that?
We got sriracha next.
It's a sriracha chili and garlic. Before we do this, I need to fix something over here real quick. But we're gonna get some tunes going. What do y'all want to listen to? Hit us with some music, guys. You haven't heard of Pint Glass yet, right?
No, I haven't heard him. Let me hear it.
Bro, so Michael Rainey got me started on Pint Glass a long time ago. Like, when you listen to this right now, I want you to imagine that you're in England at this, like, back alley cobblestone pub.
Okay.
That's got, like, just the gnarliest, tough guy, hardcore dudes around. Let's see. This it right here. Oh, bro, it's gold. It's so ignorant.
Yeah. I feel like I'm watching Peaky Blinders at a hardcore show right now.
Such a good show.
Yes, absolutely. Are you excited for the new season?
So
it's gonna come out eventually, right?
Anything. I haven't actually finished.
Okay.
We're like, I'm not caught up 100% yet.
You got to do it. Peaky Blinders is one of the best. We are obsessed with that show.
It's great from what I've watched. When I had COVID, I just binged it. This was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Bro, listen.
Is it?
Oh, it's. Oh, like dude, it's just That's so good. Pissed.
That's the kind of drop you want to hear.
Yeah, it's just angry shit. Lycanthropy, what's up, brother? How are you? All right, we've got to get on this next wing. We got sriracha garlic here.
Sriracha.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
That's actually a lot better than I expected it to be.
It's not even a heat thing. I don't really care for sriracha. No? I never have. I don't know.
I've never used this one for any of the King's Wings episodes.
Really?
No, but I was like, hey, let's mix it up. Let's throw some other shit on the menu tonight.
Yeah. Satan's Toe. No, I have not. Toe.
We're good, Lycanthropy. We're just getting started on some King's Wings here, man. Gonna make old Paul here hurt tonight.
Yeah,
welcome back before. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're good. I'm ready to just suffer and see what I can survive here.
Actually, Lycanthropy here in chat is the one that sent me this bottle of the bomb.
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you again, Lycanthropy. We're still working on the same bottle.
He tells me it goes down like broken glass, so really put a pep in my step coming into this room here.
he's a little nervous. Casey Gass, what's up?
Yeah, Casey. What's up, Paul? Paul Jr.
9 million Scoville. I swear to God, it's more.
Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna fuck up your mouth. Cool. He says.
It'd be like that, I guess.
Dog, I'm sorry if I'm chewing your ear. I don't know why this fucking button's broken. Not working. All right. That'll do.
That'll do.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the pain here.
Oh, dude. I'm telling you, you're not ready. Like, you think you're ready. The thing.
Oh, I don't think I'm ready.
The bomb, you'll bite it, and you're like, oh, okay, it's peaked. Nah, it just keeps coming up, dude.
Yeah.
It hurts. Yeah, no. I've seen Lycanthropy here. He'll take dabs of it on his stream for like, oh, dude, I forgot. Hey, y'all. So we're doing a little thing. A ghost of Flare, Rain named Desire. You should check this one out. All right, we'll do, Frosties. So check this out. I got these fucking. You know what? Let me just go grab them. Hold on.
Yeah, I like spicy food for sure, but I'm not sure about some of these here. I like to stop at a good mango habanero, maybe a ghost pepper if I'm getting like really spicy. So this is definitely a new experience here. Yeah, drop some song requests on us here.
Yeah, absolutely doing song requests. So check this out. It's so ignorant, dude. All right, so we have these Bean Boozled. They're jelly beans, and my thought process on these is, if y'all either sub or drop 500 or more bits, Paul and I are each gonna eat one.
For sure.
That's every time you drop 500 plus bits or sub. So you could either just get in something really basic here, or you could truly fuck us up with something. So y'all's call.
Here's my question: is who at Bean Boozled was hurt? Because they took jelly beans, which, whether or not you like jelly beans, okay, you know, it's definitely understandable if you don't like jelly beans. But somebody decided, like, let's make booger jelly beans, and then let's make hot jelly beans, and I don't know what happened.
Hey, lycanthropy with the gifted sub. There it is. Bro, are you ready to eat a jelly bean?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, man, this could be either really good or really bad. All right, my guy, no looking, grab one.
All right, no looking. All right, let's see. Got a red one. Is there like a diagram on the back?
How yours looks like maybe it's either how red is it?
It's like an orange red.
You think you?
Let me compare side by side.
I think you got Carolina Reaper.
No, this doesn't have any black spots on it.
Oh, okay.
I think this is cayenne.
Okay, well that's not too bad.
Well, that works.
What do I got? I got jalapeno.
Oh, I already popped it.
Let's go. That definitely tastes like jalapeno.
I say this tastes like cayenne. It's not bad.
That's not terrible. It's got a little bit of a bite to it. Nothing wild.
Oh yeah.
Though. Fuck yeah, lycanthropy. Cool, man. Thank you. That was actually pretty cool. I was expecting that to be way hotter.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Do you like 2-piece?
2-piece? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Some good shit. Glass Sanctuary, what's up, buddy? I don't know if I updated the store or not. Let me know. No shots still. God. Hold on. Yo, let's grill Paul for a second. I'm gonna fix a couple things while y'all are doing that. Grill Paul.
Yeah, ask me some questions.
Make fun of him.
Go. That's you. You can make fun of me. I don't mind.
Let's go drink some beer.
No questions. How long have I known Beatdown? That's a good question. I'd say probably what, 2-3 years now?
Somewhere in that ballpark. Huh?
I think the first time we really hung out was that camping trip, Cluster's camping trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was probably the 2019, spring 2019-ish, somewhere around there.
Hey, we met, I want to say at like a Keach Fest or something.
It probably was Keach Fest, honestly. That was all day, you know. So much going on in Keach Fest. I do miss Keach Fest, though, is in the Grove. I know the Grove is kind of a hit or miss venue as far as like having to clean up afterwards, and they're pretty strict on it. But it was always good to hang out at the Grove, man. It was having that place tacked up.
A venue afterwards.
Well, yeah, no. It's just like, I guess they were weird about it. I don't know the whole thing. I never booked anything myself there.
I think it's a church too, right?
Is that what it was?
I think
I couldn't remember what the situation was. I just knew that they really were like, that was the thing they stressed on the like, if you're gonna play here, you have to take care of it for that. Which is like you said, yeah. Why wouldn't you take care of a place? But do miss some Keach Fest.
So what occurred a second ago? What occurred a second ago with lycanthropy is lycanthropy bought us a beer. So we got to go get another beer, and then what Glass is trying to do is make us take shots.
Shots? All right.
I'm so unprepared for tonight. God damn.
All right, so Isaac says the train leaves Chicago traveling west at 60 miles per hour. An hour later at 12 noon, another train leaves Chicago leaving at 80 miles per hour. And then he wants to know when the two trains will be the same distance from Chicago. I'm going to tell you straight up, I graduated high school with Algebra 2. So there's not going to be getting much to the solving this equation here on my end.
I'm a total dumbass. I know basic fucking arithmetic, and that's as far as it goes. You want to throw calculus and all that wild stuff into it, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah, not
Granted,
a chance.
that's not a calculus question, but still.
Well, still, yeah. But I don't know what question is. Like, nope. I probably should, honestly.
How do I
it's
put
probably
that
like a basic
formula
math.
exactly? You boys going to be a bit rough tomorrow? Are you boys? Yeah. You got band practice
for
tomorrow
sure.
too, right?
Yeah, I'm supposed to go practice for, I mean, we usually run our set a couple of times, so I'm supposed to theoretically practice for maybe 2 hours of screaming, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I'll be melting people's PVC.
I've got practice at 10:30. Yeah.
I got a little later than that at least, like, but I don't know about that.
Well, we've got a fucking show Monday, so that's like the big thing for us.
Yeah, for sure.
I love how most bands around here practice on Sundays because it's God's day. Duh. We're going to church, right?
We practiced Thursdays for the last year or so, but it's always been Sunday. Before we did Thursdays, it was always Sunday. The pandemic hit, and we kind of nobody's doing anything at that time. And then we came back and we did Thursdays for a little bit, but we're going back to Sundays already. This will be our first Sunday practice again in like a year or two, but it just works out. Everybody's always got time. You've got a rest of the day to go still. Like, kind of gives you something fun to do before you have to go back to work.
Yeah, that's true. And there's nothing better than loud amps in the face.
Ooh, let's see. So not 1911, 1191. So any tips on vocals for beginners? So honestly, it just depends on where you are and what you've started with here so far.
Not to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
I'm going to go get our beers while you're answering that question,
yeah.
So I'll be right back.
Yeah, for sure.
And our whiskey.
Yeah, so...
hold on. Never mind. Go ahead.
I got it. I understand. Yeah, so vocal tips for beginners. Honestly, I don't know. I think everybody always goes for the Zen of Screaming with Melissa Cross, and she has a lot of good... I mean, she's taught a lot of people to do vocals and improve their vocals. What I would say is just, I don't know, keep at it. Stop when it hurts, and you hear that from everybody, but it just kind of... For me, I grew up as a kid, probably honestly like undiagnosed ADHD, something like that, because I was always getting in trouble for making noise. So I just took what I used to do as a kid and get in trouble for, making like animal noises and stuff in school, hiding under desks, making noise. And I just started applying that to what I hear in metal. I wanted to go ahead and hit some like really heavy, disgusting sounds. And so it just takes time. Anybody can tell you what you should or shouldn't do as far as doing vocals, but it just really honestly comes down to taking time to do it. Let's see here. Mostly do false chords and tunnel throat. Yeah, me as well. I can't do fry screams. Mad respect to people who can, because I can't even begin to grasp that concept. Even when I get into my higher vocals and stuff, a lot of the time it's still going to be do like false chords. Tunnel screams, I still am working on a little bit, but it's all about the tongue shape for that one. It's creating a little bit of a bowl with your tongue as you scream. That's pretty much what I've come down to, is just doing that same false chord sound with that shape of your tongue to kind of give you that extra contour to the sound.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Okay.
It's not music related. How do you feel about pickleback shots?
Ooh, I love a pickleback shot. So my stepdad actually got me hooked on it here recently. I'd never heard of it before, but I love pickle.
It was actually my dad that got me stuck on pickleback.
Really?
Well. This is going to look weird, and I get a lot of shit for it on stream.
Nah, dude, it's cool.
But I save my pickle juice for exactly this, and I get called, well, I don't get called. There's our next one.
There it is.
I'm told that I'm taking pistleback shots.
Pisserback shots?
Pistleback. So it looks like we're drinking piss.
Yeah.
So
the piss bottle.
Dude, I love pickle juice, dude. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. We took some chicken recently. We always go buy a pack of chicken whenever we get groceries, and we'll separate it into Ziploc bags. And this last time we took some of the chicken we had separated and put some pickle juice and some dill weed and jalapeno in there and just let it marinate. And we ended up just skillet frying the chicken, actually, just on a cast iron skillet on the stove. That chicken was banging. That was the best chicken we've made at home in a long time. It was Jasmine, not me.
Okay. When I'm feeling frisky and I've got some drive to do it, I like to make homemade pickles.
Oh, dude.
They come
homemade pickles are unbeatable.
I'm not saying like I do the best at canning. That's only like they're fridge stable. I've not gotten good enough to like make shelf stable because that's fucking dangerous.
Yeah, for sure.
I did it once like years back and gave myself food poisoning. It was fun times on the shelf stables.
Oh yeah.
But I'll make some fridge stable ones, dude, and they're so good.
Yeah.
Fucking mustard seed, dill, celery seed. I
love pickle.
Man, it's just vinegar. I'm a big vinegar guy. How do you feel about vinegar?
I like vinegar. I mean, there's not a whole lot that I don't like, honestly. I used to be a really picky person, but I mean, anymore, I can't eat really fish or seafood. I can eat sushi, but like as far as fish on its own or like eating crab or lobster,
I'm kind of the same way because like you wouldn't know it now, but I used to be really fit and like into my gym grind and eating clean all the time.
Yeah.
And my trainer was like, I was like stuck on chicken, broccoli, rice, and just lean, you know? My trainer would always be like, dude, eat some fish. I'm like, no, it's fucking gross. Dude. I like it, dude. Fish has to be done in such a way for me to eat it. Otherwise, I'm like, man, I love sushi, like you said, but
I will say salmon, if like a good smoked salmon I can handle for sure. But if it comes down to just eating like tuna, yellowtail on its own, it's not happening.
Right. Fish is the best for me. What fish do you prefer to eat? What are we listening to? That's some fucking guttural shit right there. Oh, Slamaholics. Okay. Hold on. Let's. I'm gonna throw on some fit for an autopsy.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite fit for an autopsy song?
Favorite? Black Mammoth probably.
Black Mammoth, dude, is great.
Yeah,
I learned to
that's
play
a
that
good
on bass
one.
a couple years back. Cool song.
Their new music is honestly awesome. I know that they've kind of changed a little bit over the years, but I think it's important that bands change over the years.
No, of course.
Otherwise, you kind of just get stuck and play the same thing, and people stop coming out to see you. But Grandpa's fried fish and pancakes. I don't know if fish and pancakes.
Oh, okay. No, so she's talking about our grandfathers. Fish. So my grandpa will take fish and he'll fry it. It's like in a batter.
Okay, like a pancake batter.
Yeah, we'll take like maple syrup and put it on it and throw some Tabasco on there with it. As weird as that sounds, dude, that shit slaps.
So that I could understand. I was thinking like tilapia and like Eggo, like Eggo waffles,
catfish, and he makes Swedish pancakes with it, and
that does sound pretty dang good.
Amazing. Okay, so
we got this next one too. We got.
Oh yeah,
we've already beeped and been sweet Chipotle.
Okay, here I'm gonna put on my favorite song from Fit for an Autopsy, The Jackal.
Yeah,
probably the hardest song in existence. All right, so we got Sweet Chipotle here.
Smells good. I think Chipotle is my favorite of all like the pepper flavors.
Right, smoky. Mostly eat tilapia. Okay. How do you cook it?
Also, I'm curious about the quotes around tilapia. Is that just
Supposedly it's tilapia.
I eat
We're not
tilapia.
Sure. We're not sure if it's tilapia or not. It might be tilapia. Got paper towels on there and baby wipes. Please help yourself, man. So who was your main influence, like, to get you into being a singer?
Into vocals specifically, probably As Well Dying.
Okay, Tim Lemon.
When I grew up, I grew up. I don't know. I started with punk music. Mm-hmm. I listened to a bunch of like No Effects and that kind of stuff. And then as I got older, like every year, I just wanted something a little bit heavier. And I finally found metalcore. And metalcore, of course, the kings in the mid 2000s were As Well Dying. So, I don't know. Just his presence on stage at the time. Like I loved the way they looked. I loved the way they performed. That's what I wanted to do, you know. So I mean, all my life, I always tried to imitate that stage performance and like that vocal presence and everything that he had.
I've only had the pleasure of seeing As I Dying once.
Really?
Man, it was
So I saw them twice before the whole like Tim going to prison thing.
Right, yeah.
And then I saw them again on their North America tour after he came back out of prison, and it was cool. Like I was glad to see As I Lay Dying again, but I mean the new music sucks. I won't say it sucks, but it's just As I Lay Dying. It's the same music they used to make before, and it's old. It's
Nothing
over.
That's
it's
like grabbing your attention and keeping you around.
They wrote the same kind of music, and I mean look where they are now. They don't really even play anymore.
Yeah.
So I mean things change.
Are they not playing at all anymore?
They just haven't. I mean, Nick Hippo left the band. Yeah. They only have the one guitar player, so I don't know if they will or not. I think
he's just running that venue down there in San Diego, and that's it. Or
no, he's in a band called The Mire now, and they're really good. They're a little bit more like metal, classic metal kind of metalcore sound, but
there we go. Now the button's working. Cool. I was able to put that back up there without having to do anything. I saw As I Lay Dying at, I want to say it was Ozfest 2005 with like Killswitch and It Dies Today.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
I saw them on a tour with, the first time I saw them was with Under Oath, and it was the day after that Aaron had left or no, it wasn't Aaron, it was, maybe it was Aaron. Yeah, Aaron had just left the band to do the Almost or whatever it was that he was doing. So I saw them the day after that, and then I saw them a few months later at the with Winds of Plague. Do you remember Winds of Plague?
Oh, dude, I've seen Winds of Plague so many times.
Yeah, I've seen them a few times. They were always so good. They played so well live.
I always sound like a spoiled ass bitch, especially when I talk music with people, because like where I'm from, our locals were Carnifex, Winds of Plague, Silence, Impending Doom, you know, the list goes on. So like, dude, I've seen Winds of Plague probably like 30, 40 times easily.
Oh, I'm sure.
One of my favorites, dude, by far. Frosties, that was a fun show. Yeah, Frosties was at Ozfest with me. I think Glass Sanctuary was at Ozfest with me.
Did you ever go to Mayhem Fest?
All the time.
Yeah, Mayhem Fest was a good one. I saw, I think the one year that I went, I ended up seeing Suicide Silence, In Flames. It was the one where Disturbed and Godsmack were like the headliners.
yeah.
Dude, Godsmack was one of the most boring shows I've ever seen.
I've never seen Godsmack. I might have skipped that section. I'm sure I was there. But dude, I know that Disturbed gets all kinds of fucking weird hate, bro.
Oh.
But take my ass to a Disturbed show and I'm going to lose my voice. I'm going to sing every fucking song.
Let me tell you. So they played their entire like hour whatever headlining set for Mayhem Fest, and they didn't play Down with the Sickness. And dude, people were mad. Like I'm talking, people were huffing, puffing, storming out. Like they were pissed about it. And so like all the lights go out. This venue's on the front of a river in Cincinnati, and so like steam is running in off this river, and everybody's almost out of this venue. And then the drummer just comes up and he's like, bup, 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 bup. And like I've never seen so many people who were drunk and sweaty and tired, like climbing over each other, like seats pushing them out of the way. It was insane. That was one of the most hype like
puts on
final
such an amazing show, dude.
Yeah,
Disturbed
for sure.
No wrong.
Yeah,
I know it's dad rock and all, but man, like they're one of the tightest bands live.
But we all listened to them, so it's why pretend that we didn't, you know?
Yeah. Fuck, who are other bands like that in that typical like dad rock genre that are just amazing? Do you like fuck, why can't I think of their name? Volbeat?
Who?
Volbeat.
I don't think I know who that is.
Never heard of Volbeat? So Volbeat.
Oh, Volbeat. Okay, yeah. No, I couldn't hear what you were saying. Yeah, Volbeat's good.
Good shit. So what you said that you started off with like no effects and a lot of punk. What was your bridge into heavy music?
Oh man,
what caught you?
What caught me? So at the time, I mean, I grew up in a Christian church, and so we listened to a lot of like Pillar and all those like, you know, Skillet and all the like hard rock Christian bands. And like, so I mean, I heard a lot of those, but I'm trying to think what band really sucked me into it. I think there's a band called Project 86. They're putting out their last album, I think this year, the 25 years they've been a band. And it was my brother's favorite band, and I had it on our iTunes on like the family computer, and I just started listening to it one day. And there are a lot of like a mix of like that punk sound that's like the no effects and all that, but they also had a lot of that like Rage Against the Machine sound that gave it a lot more of that aggressive feel. And that's what started getting me into like, I want to write aggressive music. It's never been about like metal. It's never been about shredding or like bass drops for me. It's like, I want to write aggressive music. I don't care if it's punk, metal, deathcore, it doesn't matter. I want my music to have that like
funny
rage
like,
to it.
You'll take a lot of like tech bands that emphasize on shredding and just being overly fast and technical, but yet some of the heaviest riffs and stuff that makes you just want to lay people out are some of the simplest riffs you'll ever see.
Seriously, it really is all about producing good music, not about like how heavy can you be.
Is Avenged Sevenfold dad? Dude, they're definitely dad rock now.
Yeah. But I will say Avenged Sevenfold definitely is one of those bands like Disturbed. It definitely has its place for all of us. We definitely all listen to this Avenged Sevenfold.
I used to listen the shit out of Avenged. Back in their, what was the Unholy Confessions era. Like they were considered like a almost hardcore band at that time.
Right.
You know, or borderline screamo, I guess. Screamo.
Yeah.
Such a weird term for a genre.
Yeah.
What was your very, very first concert? Your first concert?
My first concert, man, I don't know. Are we talking like big concert, or are we just talking about any show I went to?
That's a touring band.
Right. Man, I don't know. I know that my brother's band played with some bigger bands, so I ended up seeing like Deftones, Project 86, some of those bands that I like with my brother's band. But the biggest band I ever saw live, like for the first band I ever saw, like big band, I don't really know. I've been going to concerts since I was a kid, so it's kind of hard to say. It might have been POD, honestly. Do you remember POD?
Yeah. Me and the wife were just talking about them, and they came up on the Spotify playlist, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is a throwback. Love this."
Right.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I had a POD CD that I bought at like a garage sale. And we used to go to this music festival all the time when I was a kid called what's called Audio Feed now. It used to be called Cornerstone Music Festival. And POD was one of the bands that was playing there. And the first time I saw them, I think I was 7 or 8. So, I mean, it's been a while. I mean, I can't recall for sure on that, but I'm pretty sure it's POD.
My first concert was Smash Mouth and like their peak of All-Star.
The peak of All-Star, you mean all 13 years it played on the radio?
Yeah, exactly. I think I was like 7th grade maybe.
Yeah.
So it was a long ass time ago. Yeah. If it wasn't for Waking the Fallen, I never would have gotten into metal or guitar. So even if they are dad rock now, I would still love Waking the Fallen, dad rock. You know, I'm trying to even think who the fuck Waking the Fallen is.
I don't really actually think I know who that is.
We don't have to look that up.
Started with Skillet, yeah. So did I. I'm not even gonna lie about it. I listened to that one. What was that album that was super popular that had like Comatose? It might even have been called Comatose for the album, but I definitely listened to that for a long time.
Oh, Waking the Fallen is an Avenged Sevenfold album.
Not a band. That makes sense.
On it here tonight, dudes. On it. Their first album? Okay. Well, fuck it. I guess we're playing some Avenged Sevenfolds. So that's their first album, you said?
Yeah, first album.
Yeah, No, wait. God, that
Monster from Skillet. Yeah. That one was one by the time they put out Monster, I didn't really listen to Skillet that much.
There we go. How's it going, Isaac? How are you, buddy? See, I don't even know if I've actually listened to this full album like front to back. I used to like listen to Unholy Confessions, and that was like it.
Yeah.
I did see them once at, I want to say it was either Ozfest or Mayhem Fest, and they had covered Walk from Pantera, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Technically second. I was young as hell when I got into rock. Trying to think, like for me it was, my parents were very controlling when I was a kid. I was the eldest, so I definitely didn't have say-so of what I was allowed to listen to. My parents were very Christian.
Me either.
And I was like only allowed to listen to like what was called Air One, which was like a Christian rock radio. I had seen Avenged Sevenfold, Jesus, Switchfoot, like before they really blew up. You know who Switchfoot is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen Switchfoot a couple times.
I've seen Switchfoot in the church. But for me, the bridge from listening to fucking Backstreet Boys and Spice Girls was didn't have anything else to listen to. I wasn't allowed to listen to anything else.
Right.
Was Korn.
Korn? Okay.
And fucking Rob Zombie were the two bands that like helped push me into listening to the really angry shit.
Dude, Korn is one of my favorite bands anymore. But back in the mid 2000s and like when they were in their like heyday, really. Mm. I mean, I never listened to them. I wasn't allowed to listen to them when I was a kid, you know. But Korn, by far, one of the best bands that are still around doing like straight up metal like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unreal.
I've never seen Korn, and it breaks my heart. I think
it's on the list,
aren't they? Or did that already pass?
I don't know. I think they're supposed to be coming with Knoxville for sure. I know it's
soon. Beautiful E-boy. Well, look who it is. What's up, buddy? How are you? Slipknot, dude. Slipknot, I've seen Slipknot a handful of times. God damn. Dude, but this one's actually going to be really good. This is that peach and hob and herb.
Oh, dude, I'm ready for that.
Ooh, this one's going to be tasty.
This right here?
Yes, left to right.
Ooh.
I hope that sauce stuck to it well.
I think it did.
I hope.
Let's put more on.
Yeah, but it's right there, man.
It's got flavor on it. It's good.
How are you, beautiful E-boy?
Wing question. Here we go.
Yeah, that was we're definitely actually we were gonna ask. I just never got around to it, did I?
I don't think we have yet.
I'm definitely more of a drums over flats type of guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Flats all day, every day, dude.
I hope I didn't give you too much.
There's more meat on it. No, I'll eat drums. I don't mind. I like wings in general, but flats for sure. I don't know. Something about it is just better.
Okay.
There is more meat on a drum for sure, but I feel like.
Yeah, I think you've got some support there, man.
So here's the thing. Let me tell you about Casey and this band really quick. So you see how Casey is now agreeing with me saying flats all day?
Uh-huh.
It turns out Casey and I are the exact same people. So Casey and I, not only do we look the same and we behave the same, Casey works at Sonic Drive-In, or he did work at Sonic Drive-In. He no longer does. He works at the sister store to the store that I worked at, and he has the exact same position at that store that I had at my store when I worked there. And then we were coming back from our weekend run that we did a couple of days ago. He was like, yeah, I used to live with this apartment over here. And I was like, yeah, it used to be called, I forget what it was called when I lived there, Elevation or something like that. He's like, yeah, it used to be Country Oaks before that. We lived in the same apartment complex just years before we knew each other. So Casey and I are one day doomed for a fight to the death. So that's how I know these wing sauces aren't going to kill me today.
Who's going to be the real Paul, or who's going to be the real Casey?
Who's the real Paul?
And that whole doppelganger thing's a real thing. It just maybe your doppelganger lives really close.
Just happened to be in the same band I am.
So, as far as your guys' little run did with Sidious and Sanity and Lumen, if you were gonna give advice to another band that was getting ready to do that for the first time, what advice would you give them? Like, what should they be bringing with them? What are the do's and don'ts of touring and doing runs?
Man, I don't know. Honestly, the hardest part about doing, especially a DIY, yeah, do it yourself. So a DIY run or a tour or whatever you're gonna set up. The hardest part about it, honestly, is setting it up before you go. I mean, obviously, you need to remember to take bring a pillow, bring wet wipes. Make sure you have everything just to make yourself survive if you have to live in a van for 9 days or however long you're gonna be gone. But
deodorant, Paul won't tell you that, but it's necessary. You'd think that would be obvious, dude. I mean, I don't know about you, man, but obviously I'll stink if I'm fucking working and stuff, but dude, I somehow will stink worse just from sitting around doing nothing.
Sometimes, dude, especially
that's
through
I don't know if that's just fat boy problems, but dear God.
No, man, I think if you just because there were definitely some days in that first year of COVID where all day, every day, it was just I'd wake up and if I had to work, I would work, but then the rest of the day was sweatpants and DoorDash some wings and play video games until it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Right. So, and just being stagnant in that same place all day, every day can definitely do it to you too. But yeah, as far as just tips for setting up your own run and touring, I mean, it's just hard. I mean, there's not an easy answer to stuff like that. Because you're gonna have times when you're we don't have money to get to where we're going. I can't afford to eat. How are we gonna shows get canceled? Bad weather happens. I mean, it's just hard. I think the biggest thing that you could do to prepare for that is to realize like how difficult your life's going to end up being on the road. You know, even if you're having a blast playing big shows, you know, it's difficult. So
yeah. What would the tips be for just taking showers? I mean, Jesus fuck, that seems like such a small thing, but when you're on the road 24/7, like, are you just stopping at pilots and taking showers?
So it depends. The last like actual like little tour we set up, there were a couple days where we would just get a cheap motel room, a Super 8, something like that, which is 1 room, 2 beds, 4 people sleep on the floor and whatever. But so every now and then you get a hotel room, you can use that to shower. God, I'm trying not to like burp directly into this microphone. But yeah, so every now and then you get an actual shower in a hotel room, and there are travel centers that you can use if you want to, but it just depends. Sometimes you have friends in the area let you stay at their house. Sometimes you're just going to scrub yourself, go to the wet wipe and deodorant and hold yourself over to the next time you can shower, you know? So I don't know. It just stinks. Being in a band is stinky.
I can't smell, so that wouldn't be an issue for me. What do you mean you can't smell? Dude, I hate, like, I'm big on hygiene, dog. And like, I think that would be the biggest problem for me on tours and runs. It's like I would just feel fucking gross all the damn time, and I can't stand that, dude. Yeah. Like having to go at least anything more than a day without a shower, I'd probably be a little bitch about it.
There you go. So Isaac's saying that they use the Sanity Boys using the Planet Fitness showers. One person with a black card, go ahead and get everybody in. That's not a bad idea,
that's
honestly. Because Planet Fitness definitely dominates the whole box gym thing right now.
Right. That's really, really genius.
Yeah.
Lost. Oh, I see what you mean. I was like, what do you mean you can't smell, but you can't smell yourself, is what you're saying. Everyone else can smell you.
Man. So 75 to 85% of your smell, is that just like temporarily while your nose is broken, or is that like that's a permanent condition as a result from being hit in the nose?
I would imagine it got clocked.
Permanent as a result. Okay. I kind of assumed that would be the case. I figured that'd be like a once it's been damaged, it's kind of not able to return kind of thing. But I don't know. Yeah. I mean,
dude, we need to take a fucking shot. Where did glass go? I want a pickleback.
Do it.
We're still stuck on some events. Hey, Frosties, you had suggested somebody a minute ago. Who was it? No, you were talking about Slipknot and someone else. I'm realizing I didn't add enough to our set list here, and it's bugging me.
Oh, yeah.
A Ghost of Flare, Rain named Sadire. Let's look this up here. You a fantasy guy? You like fantasy?
Not really.
No?
I mean, I just never got into it.
Okay, so you don't do like... Oh, there's Frosties. Way to go, buddy. Way to pull through for us there, Frosties. So you didn't do like Divinitist? I have not.
Yeah, I saw that one in the suggestion too.
Where was I going with this? I totally lost my train of thought.
Fantasy. You're talking like fantasy football.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't fuck with fantasy football.
Oh, I don't know. We just ended the football season.
I know.
So you're talking like fantasy.
Yeah, see, like Lord of the Rings and shit.
Oh,
like
yeah. Okay.
You a big reader?
I wish that I was, but I'm really not. I just don't like to sit down and try and focus on reading. But fantasy, yeah. I'm trying to think like... I don't know. So were you a Game of Thrones fan?
Dude, I loved Game of Thrones. Like I was just the other day I woke up and first thought of the morning was, excuse me, sorry. Duamis, what's up? First thought of the morning was, man, I really miss Game of Thrones. Yeah. There's no shows right now where I'm like watching religiously, like for the new episodes, aside from, Book of Boba Fett and The Mandalorian, but that's it. There's nothing else on my radar right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I I loved Game of Thrones. I will absolutely say that I think all the way up until that 6th season, or that last season, I can't remember if it was the 6th season. Like,
yeah, somewhere in there.
That was such a disappointment, dude. And it was like they took this masterpiece of a show, and then they were just like, we don't know how it's gonna end. So they just made something up, and it was. I would have waited for years for it to be better. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like the video game industry right now in a sense where
everything's about getting something done, but it's never quality. Like
quality over quantity, man.
Yeah.
Like why release something like hey, have you played the new Halo?
No, so that's one I haven't. I'm behind. I need to get it. I know, dude.
So good. I'm a massive Halo fanboy as far as like.
Oh yeah.
I've read the novels and all sorts of shit. Like, Halo is a great example of quality over quantity, where they delayed that shit for over a year to make sure that game was dialed in properly. 1 second, pickle juice.
Oh, you're good. Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
No, I agree. I love Halo. In fact, did you see that they're doing like a Halo series? They're making I'm pumped about it because I don't know if you remember in like the early 2000s, somebody made like a fan created like Fall of Reach kind of a video that circulated on YouTube. It's like a 15-minute long video. I've been wanting something like that to happen for a while.
There's some controversy actually around it right now because
Red versus Blue.
Oh, dude, I loved Red versus Blue. Loved it. Yeah, Battlefield 2042's release completely ruined my faith in modern gaming. Fact, did you see that?
100%.
EA is blaming the launch of Halo Infinite on the reason why that Battlefield 2042 was so ill received. Yeah,
it's because that game's not Battlefield anymore.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this isn't our fault. This is Halo's fault. Our game sucks because of Halo.
Well, I'll tell EA straight up that Halo didn't make them use the Frostbite engine and not make a destructible environment. That's something we were actually just talking about today. Because like Battlefield 4, I would honestly say is still the best online Battlefield you can play. Because you can do anything in that game. And like the fact that you can't take a tank and run it directly one end to the other through somebody's house, or like that whole destructible environment thing, and you could 10 years ago.
Yep.
Why wouldn't you put that in the game?
Taking all that, like, it's such a downgrade. I was such a massive Battlefield fanboy, dude. I would always play Battlefield over Call of Duty. And
yeah,
I've played all the Battlefields. I have zero interest in 2042.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't get it. When it comes down, I mean, I'm behind, like I said, on getting the games, but Halo Infinite would definitely take my money if I could only get one.
Dude, no, so you don't even need to. So Halo.
Well, you can play the season online. It's free.
Right, yeah, the multiplayer.
I would end up getting the campaign. I like campaigns too, but.
I ended up getting the campaign as well, but like the multiplayer is fucking great too, man. The game is a gem.
Yeah,
I've not finished the story yet because I'm taking my time with it. Don't want to just burn it out real quick. But dude, from what I've played so far, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So we owe this shot here to Frosties. Salute, buddy. There we go. Or I think we did that backwards. I did that backwards.
It's fine. We'll hit it a couple times. We'll make sure it's on there. All right, wait, make sure here. Make sure I don't take the pickle juice first.
I've absolutely done that.
And just in time to suffer.
But you know, we're still on the good wings.
Yeah, for sure.
We're not in the pain just yet. I'm gonna throw on some more music real quick. Damn. What? I had shared a music video yesterday, or not a music video, a fucking band. What are they called? Excuse me here, guys. Sailing Before the Wind. Have you heard of these guys? They're from Japan.
Yeah, they're the ones that have that like incredible timing.
Dude, their stage presence is like next to none.
They had that video that went around where they were like, they had a bunch of pauses, like the music cut out entirely, and they were, 100%. That was amazing.
Yeah, talk about using a fucking in-ears.
Yeah.
Resistance, that's what it's called. This is the song. Bro, it goes so damn hard. All right.
What do we got?
We've got Mango Habanero is what we're getting in right now.
No, that's what we just did, isn't it?
No, we did peach.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I was peach habanero. That's okay. Okay, mango habanero. Yeah. I do love some mango habanero, honestly. Yeah, this is, might be my favorite wing sauce lately.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Not too hot, just quite delicious.
Good.
Mickey, you want to get some wings?
Do it. Honestly, this is the reason I wanted to come here, was eat wings.
Just fucking wings.
I'll deal with the pain just to have wings.
Wings and beer. All right. Hell yeah. Bro, I've got to fucking piss. So bad.
Do it. Roast me some more. Let me hear some more questions.
Hey, fuck with Paul for a minute.
Also, David, I just never got into Crystal Lake. I tried, man.
I gotta wash my hands. Don't touch the dick.
Don't touch your dick. Casey, you talking about Crystal Lake? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, they're good enough at what they do. I think I listened to so much metalcore for so long that it's lower on my list now. Yeah, Deathcore guy for me, sure, too. I can't talk today, man. I'm all over the place today. If you guys hear me just slurring my words. I'm only 2 beers in. Yeah, metalcore, I don't know. Let me ask you a question. What are you guys' guilty pleasure bands? I've been on a real big 80s kick lately. Pat Benatar, REO Speedwagon. I can't get enough of it lately. Yes, David, we're supposed to have practice tomorrow. I don't know about it. We'll see what happens once I take this to bomb here.
Guilty pleasures, you said.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Welcome back, class. He wants us to chug a beer is what that's about.
Do we need to get a fresh beer?
I have to get a fresh beer.
Yeah, let me go get them for you here.
Cool. It's they're in the very bottom drawer of the refrigerator.
I got you.
My guilty pleasure. I'm assuming Paul. Did Paul take his headset? I think he did. My guilty pleasure would probably be like Coldplay. I love Coldplay a lot. And I guess this was not really a fucking guilty pleasure, but dude, not Periphery. Fuck. What are their names? Polyphia, dude. Polyphia slaps. Love Polyphia. Even though it's like, I guess it's still kind of heavy, but it's so technical and beautiful that it's not really metal. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that.
Yeah. No, yeah, Polyphia. I
love Polyphia.
So David and I actually saw Polyphia once a couple of years ago. We went up to Nashville to Rocketown to watch August Burns Red, and like August Burns Red is cool, you know, they're good at what they do, but they ended up not even being the most impressive bands of the night. Polyphia blew my mind with just their guitar work. I mean, they're unbeatable on that.
Thanks for the water. Do you have?
Yeah, absolutely. I do have water.
They're telling us to drink water.
But no, we ended up seeing Stick to Your Guns and Polyphia, and both. I mean, Stick to Your Guns might have been the best band I've seen in a long time.
I've not ever seen August Burns Red. Literally every time I've tried to go see August Burns Red, the show sells out before I get the chance to buy tickets.
Really?
Every time.
I just got lucky, I guess. I don't know. I used to love metalcore, like I said, and August Burns Red was definitely up there. But after a while, I mean, it's the same thing. Some bands don't change and they keep playing the same thing, and I just get tired of listening to it, you know?
To a point where shit's got to be really fucking different for me to really enjoy it. We got to pound this one.
Oh, we got to pound it, yeah. That's right. To the
best of our abilities. Ugh. Oh, fuck. You're way better at this than I. Look at this guy. He's a fucking professional. And I'm over here with like still half a beer. I'm really sorry if I'm not being a good host tonight. Dude, I'm having
dude.
Normally I'm like on it, and tonight my fucking brain is dead and trying to like hold a conversation
it's absolutely
and manage
fine.
the rest of this at the same time. I'm doing a terrible job of it.
No, I'm having a good time.
You sure?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is good.
I want
more questions.
Really
Somebody roast
happy
me.
you joined me for this, man. I was really worried there for a while because like I approached all these different people, like, dude, come do this with me. Let's talk about your guys' band. Let's talk about this or that.
Right.
And I was worried, like, people were like, who the fuck are you? Why would we think that?
Well, if there's one thing I know about musicians in general is everybody likes to talk about their band. Right. But that's not a slight on anybody. Because, I mean, it's something exciting that you do. How many people do something like that? And there's so many people my age who are just like, kids, retirement plans, careers, and like, that's cool. If that's the path you want to go in life, to do it. But I don't know. I like playing music. I like just doing something a little bit more different than falling into the same thing that everybody else is doing.
I want to feel like I've left something behind, or I've done something special that other people weren't doing necessarily.
Right.
Again, this goes back to the conversation of, on my deathbed, I want to know that I lived the life that I wanted to live.
Because that's the thing is, because even if T&E never takes off and becomes this big band that we want it to be, I would rather keep doing this the rest of my life and do something that's fun instead of just giving up on it and falling into the whole like corporate day-to-day. Don't get me wrong, I love my job. I have a great job, but I mean, I would never take working at a desk over traveling, playing music, doing the things that fulfill you. Yeah, you know, so many of us waste our lives and don't ever pursue the things that we want to do because we're afraid to fail.
But like, you know, this isn't a shot at like the people I work with or my job, but man, there's so many days that I'll admit, dude, my job's not hard. My job is not difficult. The hardest part about my job is my hours. Yeah. We're spoiled little brats where I work. Spoiled little brats. And the pay is good. The compensation, benefits, everything top tier.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm not fulfilled.
I wouldn't take it because my life is not fulfilled. Yeah.
Even though all that stuff is great, at the end of the day, I'm like, man, I don't want to do this forever.
Yeah. I agree. I'm right there with you because, like, I've even told my boss that straight up. I'm like, this is not a job that I want to do forever. I had a meeting with him just the other day, and I told him, I was like, I mean, how many people grew up and were like, I'm going to be an insurance agent when I'm a kid? Or, like, when they're a kid, you know, they want that. And that nobody, like, it's not a job anybody grows up wanting to do, you know? And they get that. Well, this is a good thing.
Glass Sanctuary is teasing me here. It says 45-minute breaks are not long enough. Are you in good hands? So he says 45-minute break. So I'm not going to say where I work, but where I work, it's a production plant, and we get 3 individual hour-long breaks.
Okay.
On my 8-hour shift. So like I know most people will get like a 30-fucking-minute break, like one. We get 3 hour-long breaks. So, like I said, I know I'm a spoiled little bitch at my job, but I still would rather do something else.
No, and I get it. And I think, honestly, if you have a good management team or a good manager or good team members, whoever it is that you work with, people will understand that. Because no job, just day job that you have is something that anybody grows up dreaming to do. You know, production lines or, you know, selling insurance, sales in general. Like, they're not jobs that you grow up wanting to do. You have to do them, you know.
Okay, so aside from time and eternity, which I'm going to ask you here in a few minutes, like, what's on the horizon for time and eternity. But aside from time and eternity, what would you like to be doing on the side so that way you're bringing in an income so that way you can tour freely?
Yeah.
Not the typical 8 to 5 shit. What would you like to do that's really going to bring you some enjoyment and then you get to go tour on the, you know, do the time and eternity thing?
Yeah, that's a great question. And honestly, there's a lot of things that I could go with. Like, I did spend 2 of my 4 years in high school dual enrolled in a college doing a tech degree, basically. So I have an associate's degree in digital media design. So I have a lot of experience doing like graphic design, website design, photography, videography, stuff like that.
We gotta talk about that.
And I love doing it. It's fun. But when I was in high school, I was like, you can't make a career out of this. And then I didn't do that. So I would like to do something like that. Yeah, absolutely. I've recently just had upgraded some of my setup, so I have like a drawing tablet to try and create our own merch, kind of cut out a middleman there.
What tablet are you using?
It's a Hue Ion, the Canvas. It's I think it was the Canvas 13 or the 16. I can't remember.
Okay, I've been using this fucking this. Wow, I can't talk. This iPad Pro 12 because I've been doing the graphic design thing myself. Like. You see that flaming glitching wing down there? I made that. I made it from scratch. I'm super proud of myself.
Well, I want to go back to there's a great story that we're going to miss here if we don't go back to it.
Okay.
So Isaac said that I've seen Paul kill an obscene amount of alcohol and then sleep in a bush. That's a great story.
Please tell.
So back a few years ago, and I think this was 2018. This is when I first started playing in the metal scene around Knoxville. I went to a birthday party, and I showed up with a 12-pack of Yingling, thinking like I'm going to contribute my share of the alcohol to the party. And by, I think it was 5 o'clock I showed up. By about 7 o'clock, I looked into that fridge to grab another Yingling, and there were like 2 or 3 left. And I'm thinking like, great, people are sharing, you know, like having some beers. Turns out that I was the one who drank most of those beers. So I was sitting there drinking, and then I don't know who it was. Oh, here we go.
Well, let's finish.
Yeah, we'll finish the story. Yeah, so I don't remember who it was, but all I can remember is I had a very sticky shot glass in my hand, and I just remember sicking it out for more, and then like I just liquid pouring over the edge, all over my hands, all over the cup, and I took a shot, and then I remember my hands against the wall on both sides, and then I remember waking up outside on that porch, and Nicole Blanton was just like, Paul, and I was like coming to, and she's like, did you throw up on yourself? And I looked, and so there was a birthday card for this party that had like solid blue icing, like edge to edge blue icing. And so I look, and my hair is like caked in blue icing, and it's like all down me. I'm like hugging a planter. It was probably honestly the worst night of my life. Like, so I came in and like,
you were so drunk that you just like were barely coherent.
I don't know how I lived,
things
honestly.
Were happening and you had no idea.
Yeah, that was a pretty rough night, honestly.
Bro, so. We're going streaking, yeah. So I've got some stories with glass, we're going streaking! Like, when I was younger, him and I used to go drink with all kinds of various fucking people, and my fucking stupid ass, dude. I remember getting obliterated one night, and all my clothes came off for no good reason at all, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's bad. It's so sad. Yeah, he made the banners for my stream as well. I sure did.
Nice.
Hold on. This is the dumb thing about fucking Discord. For some reason, it turns my music off if we talk too much.
Oh yeah, it thinks that we're like,
yeah, it thinks that we're recording it. Oh, you know what? I want some of this shit. Y'all, throw back to this right here. Beyond the Entombment by Rose Funeral.
Oh, dude.
You know they got fucking Tim back and they're getting ready to do some new shit?
No, yes. I didn't know that. Dude, I haven't heard Rose Tuner in a long time. That was another thing with going to high school with Miss May I. So the bass player and Miss May I used to be in Rose Funeral. And then he left Miss May I for Rose Funeral. And then he came back at the end when they were like, hey, we got signed by Rise Records. Yeah. So it was a whole weird thing of like, is Rose Funeral going to keep going or is it not? And I don't know why. I never listened to him. Like, it weren't a big band that
Rose Funeral was hands down one of my favorite deathcore bands ever.
Yeah.
They had released Crucify, Kill, Rot, and then they got signed by Metal Blade and dropped the Resting Sonata, and they fucking blew up, and then everyone quit.
Took off.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why? You guys are literally at your peak.
Yeah.
And you're calling it quits.
And I always wonder, because, like, I think anymore, the way that bands have learned the industry, they've learned that they can license their own music, they've learned to record their own music. What do we need a label for? You know, most bands don't need a label anymore. They don't want to be on a label. And I think that, honestly, you see these big bands, they get signed, and then all the members quit. It's probably because that label is putting them in a position they don't want to be in.
Right.
And I don't mean that against Metal Blade. I think Metal Blade is a great label. I think they've had a lot of big bands come on through Metal Blade. Nuclear Blast. I mean, there's a lot of good labels out there. And,
you know,
but some people don't want it anymore.
But you have to look at a label now these days. A label is just a loan shark, and that's all it is.
For sure. And then you've got to pay that loan back with the album sales. And if your album doesn't sell like you think it's going to, then you owe that money still. And it kills bands. It kills bands.
I've told this story before. So there was one year, this was out in California, where I went to go catch, I want to say it was Whitechapel, Duran Gray, and Trivium at the Glass House in Pomona. And the fucking turnout was like okay, but not a single soul was there for Whitechapel.
Really?
So like their merch was marked up because they were obviously having to compete against like Trivium. So like their shirts are like $50 as opposed to being like normally like 10. back then.
Right.
But I remember out front, Phil was just hanging out next to their van because there was nobody out there wanting to talk to him because it was a very like traditional metal crowd as opposed to us deathcore guys.
Right.
So I'm sitting there talking with Phil and just picking his brain because, you know, my stupid ass, I wasn't playing in a band at the time. I didn't know how the industry worked. And I was like, hey man, how do you guys make a living off of Whitechapel? And he looked at me in the face and was like, dude, we don't. And I'm like, what do you mean? And this was right after This Is Exile dropped. And he says, after we fucking pay our, you know, our merch contracts, pay our van, pay this and that, and we cut royalties, dude, all of us, 5 out of 6 of us still live with our parents. And I'm like, God damn, that's rough, dude. You really got to want this to be, you know, they were still probably mid-20s to late 20s at the time. Right. But like, they were barely scraping by. And this was then, This Is Exile was out at one of their height. And they weren't making money because of how fucked their contracts were. That's the thing. It's like, if you look at Traders, if you listen to a lot of deathcore and stuff, Traders, they handle all of it. They handle their merch, their booking, all of it. They handle the entire business themselves. And that band is bringing in hundreds of thousands of dollars, I'm sure. On the tours they're running, some of the bigger tours they've played. When the last time I saw Traders, they were on a tour with Chelsea Grin. And so, you know, Chelsea Grin is booking in big club venues, big show, like... So, I mean, Traders is just taking that money and they don't owe it to a label. They don't have I mean, I don't know if they have any management on the backside that I don't know about, but like, they don't really have a merch connection that's like handling all their merch for them, employees. They do it all themselves. And like, that's impressive, honestly, to me. I want to continue on this conversation. Yeah, we're good. We need a wing. I totally forgot about the wing. No, I did too. I'm like, we're on, this is the Reaper barbecue. I love a good barbecue hot wing. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Because I've not tried it yet. So you know what? You know, you go to the store and there's all those like, you never heard of them, barbecue sauces before. Yeah. There's one from Culinary Tours called, it's a habanero mango and tequila. No, it's a habanero lime and tequila barbecue sauce, and it's top tier. How do you get it all the time? Habanero and tequila? Habanero lime and tequila. Lime and tequila. Okay. Frosties, I want to know what country you got drunk in. Try getting obliterated in a foreign country. Not fun. Frosties was in the Navy, so he's been all over. Okay. Oh my God. It's delicious, but it's also got a good bite. A little spicy. There's a banana pineapple habanero sauce called Dirty Dicks. God damn. It's lightened up a little bit, huh? I love pineapple and habanero. How do you feel about crowd killing? How do I feel about crowd killing? Sorry, I'm spaced out. Yeah. Honestly, you know what you get into going into a show. So like, I'm not much of a hardcore dancer, mosh, like, I like to sit and watch a band perform. Y'all know I am. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I think honestly, it's not something I do, but I can't stand people who come to like hardcore shows and metal shows and they're like, I don't like it. And I don't think it's right. You know, who cares? You knew what you were getting into when you came to it. Like, I had this conversation with Michael Rainey last week. It was a couple years ago. Which I'm going to come back to the conversation that we were already working on. Disarmor was playing a show at the GOAT, and someone got hit and was just being overly extra about it, and they had to stop. Like, this person was just being a bitch. Right. And had zero reason to, like, they knew where they're at, you know your surroundings, you know damn well you're at a fucking metal show. Right. You don't want to get hit. Move the fuck out the way. So I was in a metalcore band called Woe to the Complacent back before nobody would ever know that band. We didn't play any good shows, but we played a show where our vocalist accidentally bumped into a girl and she fell and broke her leg. Oh my fucking God. Yeah, so he like threw himself backward and he hit her and she fell over a chair. But like, there's a couple people that I've heard in the Knoxville area over years. I mean, this is of course like 10 years, but they'll show up and get hurt at shows and then try to sue. And I'm like,
Don't do that. Because you're hurting people that don't already make money playing music that they wrote that they're passionate about, you know, and you're just killing. I don't know. If you get hurt at a show, if you're legitimately hurt, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But like, this is one of those just like, I'm hurt. You need to pay for it. Nah, not happening.
Hey, JC, what's up, John? What's good, homie?
What's up?
Yeah, no. So that would explain some of the experiences that I've had here in Knoxville. So the very first show that I went to here in Knoxville was So This Is Suffering, Carnifex, Antheos, and Whitechapel. I'm really tight.
I remember that show.
I'm really tight with the guys from So This Is Suffering. Okay,
Uh-huh.
those are my boys. Rudy, shout out, man. So LA, hands all day. Motherfuckers die at these shows.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I believe
it's expected, you know? So this is my first show here, and So This Is Suffering's just going on stage, and this was at not the concourse. What was it called?
The Valerium.
The Valerium, or International.
Yeah.
And So This Is Suffering's on stage, and dude, I start fucking killing everybody that's in my vicinity, and security stops me and pulls me inside. It's like, you're being a fucking asshole. I'm like, who are you? Do you know where we're fucking at right now? Like, how are you gonna stop me from moshing? Well, further on, the show continues on. Carnifex is on stage, and I'm hanging out with the guys from So This Is Suffering. We're in the pit. We're doing what we fucking normally do.
Right.
Security grabs Rudy and fucking throws. Rudy's the singer of So This Is Suffering. Throws dude in a fucking chokehold, and all these dudes from like the So This Is Suffering crew crowd this guy and like, why are you doing this? Like, just Knoxville is so uneducated when it comes to the hardcore scene, sadly.
Right. Well, Knoxville also had that. The reason we couldn't have like hardcore shows and metal shows for a long time is they had that rule about like dancing at shows, and it wasn't even like a metal thing. Do you remember this?
It had something to do with like you had to have.
It was like an old prohibition law or some stupid thing like that, where you couldn't dance at shows.
Because as weird as it sounds, guys, for who are not from the Knoxville area, it's a very, like you just said, prohibition thing where you can't dance.
Right.
Like dancing was illegal in Knoxville for some reason.
It's like when you go to the high school dance and they're like, you have to have 2 feet on the floor at all times.
Don't touch each other.
How am I supposed to dance? Am I like a sim where I like hop around? Like,
she's gonna twerk on me from 5 feet away.
Right. You have to have like an arm's length distance. Like,
hey, Swanky, what's up, buddy?
What's up?
Oh, Maldian. Any porn?
Yet?
No. Oh, dude. I just realized.
Oh, no.
I don't think I bought pickles.
Pickles?
I didn't buy pickles.
We got pickle juice.
Dude, I don't have pickles. Dude, I fucked up so bad today, dude. So look, I had text Paul here earlier on. I was like, dude, I fucked up. I forgot to get fucking whiskey. Will you pick it up for me? So normally we do this thing called pickle porn.
Yeah.
So like what was just purchased. I don't know if you heard the 80s music just a second ago, but the idea is that we're gonna take this spear of pickle and you're gonna eat it as seductively as possible. Fuck, man, I can't believe I forgot pickles, dude. Damn, I'm so mad, dude.
What else do you have? There's got to be some. Do you have bananas? You got any other phallic foods? I could just like. That was one of my things that I used to do in the mid 2000s. You know, we were all the cringy scene kids that we had to be like different and unique. I would go to shows. I'd go to shows and strangers, you know, they'd be at hardcore dancing. They're all, at the end of the show, everybody's got that whole look where they're just like trying to stay alive. You just look at somebody and you just give them a weird look. You never know how they're going to react. But they're people you're never going to see again. And they're going to have that experience for the rest of your life.
No, we're SOL.
No bananas? No phallic foods?
My bad.
Got any hot dogs? Got some Oscar Mayer?
Dude, we do, but fuck. Here, look. In exchange for the pickle
let's eat
porn,
one of these hot jelly beans.
In exchange for the pickle porn, we'll make it up. We have these Bean Boozle hot ass fucking jelly beans. They can either be totally chill or they're gonna light your ass up. So this will be in exchange for that. My bad, Chris. I apologize.
Ooh, here we go. I hope I get a really bad one this time.
Oh no.
This one's like blood red, so.
I'm buying
I'll
you
put
a
this
hot
up
ass
here
gum
if
again.
anybody can see it. I'm not sure if we're like.
I think I got the cayenne this time.
Let me see. Let me see the little label.
So Maldian here in chat is the one that got this the Beyond Nothing sauce. And you remember that gum I was telling you about?
Oh yeah, there's like 19
Maldian
million.
Here is the guy that donated that.
Okay.
I don't know what I got. I think I got cayenne. Cheers.
I don't know. I think mine's cayenne. Who knows? I thought that last time too.
That to me that tastes like jalapeno still.
Yeah, mine almost is like sweet. It's almost like a red hot.
Maybe I got sriracha. I think we got sriracha.
Maybe. I don't know. I gotta pee again.
Okay.
Don't touch your dick.
I'm gonna have to pee afterward. Don't touch your dick. So, to kind of go off the conversation we were talking about earlier, I know we were mentioning various bands and so forth. Chelsea Grin, dear God, Chelsea Grin. Chelsea Grin was one of my favorites. Well, definitely in one of my favorite bands for quite some time. And then they hit this phase where they just got super soft and they were trying to take a different direction of this band, and it wasn't sticking for me. And then Alex Kohler quit, and Tom Barber jumped on, and dear God, has Tom Barber revived Chelsea Grin. Dude, I love Chelsea Grin again. Fuck, do I love Chelsea Grin again. Chelsea Grin, Lorna Shore, who the fuck is up there? Dude, there's a gnarly ass tour right now, isn't there? It's like Suicide Silence, Chelsea Grin. Who the fuck else is on that? Help me out here, guys. I'll be sending you some items here soon. Dude, dope. Thanks, Maldian. I appreciate you, man. Drummer is a big influence on me. I can't think it's like, was it Jose or Javier? I can't think of dude's name. The drummer of Chelsea Grin. A Hispanic homeboy. Pablo, that's it.
I say you're thinking Pablo.
Yeah, I was like, I know it's a Hispanic name. The man, the myth, the Pablo. Facts.
Dude, Pablo's vocals are insane.
Dude, like,
especially like, yeah, drummers doing vocals is not a very common thing, but like some of his lows are impressive.
Yeah, really.
I mean, they're amazing. Seriously, they've come back and made some amazing music, and I kind of love it. I love to see a lot of these older bands that we've kind of like, they've been around a long enough time, come back and just completely destroy it. I love it.
How do you feel about Will Ramos as opposed to CJ McCreery?
Ooh, I think Will is honestly like,
Will's a monster.
I listen to the music that they put out, and I'm just like, I wish that I was anywhere near as good as that. That nasty ending to the Hellfire. I've been in my car before, just like, I wonder if I can make these sounds, and I can't. I mean, like, he seriously stepped into an amazing spot and became an amazing vocalist for that band.
He totally revived Lorna Shore, dude.
Absolutely.
The whole situation that went down, Will coming in and filling those shoes. Will definitely saved Lorna Shore's ass.
Have you seen the one take he's done for
the Hellfire?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure have.
He makes it look like it's just the easiest thing in the world to do.
Yep. All right, look, I gotta piss now too before we take this next.
No, it's cool.
We got about
what a good
20
song.
seconds. Oh yeah, I just
there you go.
The Hellfire. Let's go.
Oh man, help me with some more questions. Let me see if I've missed any questions here. I know we've got a lot. You got drunk in one of the United Arab Emirates? Frosty, I'm looking at your comment there. That's insane. Oh, we're at another wing. I'll wait for him to come back. Yeah, me too, Casey. Beef. About 5 bottles of Jack in the UAE. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if you're, in the military and like, you're already kind of just there no matter what anyways. I don't know. I can't imagine finding myself in this situation, but there's been situations in my life I can't imagine being in anyways, so. What hot sauce are we on? So we just did we did this Reaper barbecue. I don't know if you can see it okay. It was pretty good. I like barbecue sauce, but if I'm going to eat wings, I want to make sure I'm eating like a buffalo or a hot sauce.
We're definitely...
The alarm went off, so we're ready for ghost pepper here.
Yeah, we're definitely starting to creep up on what's going to be the pain. So we're at ghost pepper now, this is really when the pain begins.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Paul. So you've got like, what is it? We're going to eat this one. We got about 30 minutes until we reach the bomb.
Cool.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
30. 30.
Like 3.
Jesus,
I don't know about that.
My bad, dog. I thought it was dope. I saw Courtney from Spirit Box saying that she watches Will's one take of this song, and it's like, how the fuck do you do that? No, for reals, dude.
He seriously, because like you can tell a lot of metal vocalists when you see them, they like, you can see that motion in their body where they're like, and they get to that point. But like with him, he's just like, and like he just, I mean, his body doesn't move. He just relaxed. He's like checking his watch, you know. But I will say, Courtney LaPlante's one take of Rule of Nines, the song they put out. That was pretty amazing. She is one of the best vocalists in the industry.
Last week, dude, I actually learned that she was one of the singers for I Wrestled a Bear once. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. I had no idea. Like, it was total news to me.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. Excuse us, y'all.
Oh, you blew it.
There we go.
All right, so we're on Ghost Pepper.
Hold on. Do you have a drink? Are you ready for this?
I got water. You want another beer?
I've got water too. We'll be all right. I'll get us a beer after we eat this.
That works.
All right, y'all. Here we go.
All right.
Ghost Pepper.
Hit me with some questions so I can answer this with complete acid reflux.
Is this Spirit Box just rebranded I Wrestled a Bear once? I don't know.
No, I disagree. I think Spirit Box is 100% better. I never liked Wrestle Bear once.
Really? I liked them. They were cool.
I don't know if I've just always been picky or what, but there have been some bands that I just never understood why they were popular. And that was one of them. You
know what band I couldn't stand? Chunk No Captain Chunk. Fuck.
Never
Chunk,
even listened to them.
Dude. No.
You know what's crazy? I was at a Warped Tour once, and Mac Miller was just there, playing on a side stage. And I had no idea who it was, and I watched this whole set, walked away, forgot all about it. Mac Miller is one of the like biggest names in rap. Like,
yeah. Oops. Gonna make a parody band called Crunch No Captain Crunch. My chug beer isn't broken. I think it's on cooldown. Check again.
I can chug another beer. You need me to chug another beer?
We definitely
I'll do it.
After this song's over, I'm gonna play some Chunk No Captain Chunk for you, and you'll see why I don't like them. They might vibe with you, but
I don't know, man.
I don't do. We're not doing push-ups right now. God, are we gonna do push-ups, Paul?
How many we gotta do?
Just 10.
10?
I don't even know if I've got room to move things for us to do push-ups, man. I don't normally do push-ups on these types of streams, but
it's been a hot minute, but I guess we'll do it. Push-ups?
Yep.
All right.
10 of them. Ah! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fuck you!
This isn't a drinking game anymore.
God, that breakdown.
Oh, dude, I know. There's so many in this song. Insane.
Are you working out still? Who, me or Paul? Because I think it's pretty obvious I'm not.
I've been running a lot, doing a lot more cardio stuff. I got kind of burnt out on lifting. Woo. This is the best song of the three of them.
Dude, of the Abyss, so good. I love Lorna Shore. I've not ever seen them. Oh, actually, I scratched that. I seen Lorna Shore with Tom back with. They were on tour with Carnifex, Despised Icon, and I feel like there was someone else on that fucking tour. I don't remember. But either way, amazing tour.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's amazing how they came out with this EP and just became the biggest name in deathcore.
Wow, look at you, Isaac, on it, my guy. Yeah, it was definitely Rings of Saturn. I completely spaced that.
Jumping. We see after we done the 10, jumping jacks will suffice.
Not happening.
Too late.
Not happening. What was we were supposed to drink beers or?
Need another one?
No. Hold on, I need to go.
I'm pretty sure it was beers.
No one's ordered the beers, but I gotta go get us some regardless.
Oh, whatever. Oh man. What other questions do you have? Hey, here, since we're on the subject of Lorna Shore, which of these 3 songs off this EP is the best one? Because I personally would vote this one. I think Of the Abyss is the best of the 3 they put out. Nothing.
Oh, I almost ate shit.
Oh.
We've only had a couple beers and a single shot. Jesus. I haven't gotten around to listening to it, to be honest.
This EP. Mm-hmm. I was asking which of the 3 are the best. Like I said, I think this is the best song for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, I understand. I didn't listen to this EP for a long time. I'm really bad about getting on new music. I don't know what it is, but when new songs come out, I look at them like, I'm going to listen to that. And then it'll be probably 3-4 months. I don't know if you listen to a lot of like Knock Loose. Knock Loose's new EP. I didn't listen to it for the longest time.
I listened to it like the moment it dropped, but I've not listened to it since.
Really? I listen to it all the time. I personally think it's awesome, but we saw that I'm on that tour with Gojira.
Uh-huh.
Dude, Knock Loose is one of the best sounding bands I've ever seen live. Their tone, their tightness, it was amazing. I can't believe it.
I fucked up, Paul. Let me explain.
What did you do?
This was right before I moved out here. I went to Warped Tour 2017 in San Diego.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know who Knocked Loose was yet. I kind of knew the name, didn't really listen to their music.
Yeah.
And I passed up seeing their set and watched Carnifex instead, which, not saying that's bad, but I've seen Carnifex a million times.
Uh-huh.
And passed up a band that I've not seen before that I didn't realize I was going to love so much. So,
yeah.
Like, damn.
Dude, so older Knock Loose has definitely got some good music in it, but the EP they put out, the Tearing the Fabric of Life, I mean, what a great EP. They wrote that whole thing front to back and made an awesome EP. Just every song is consistently good. It's got a whole story to it, like a concept almost. I mean, I think it's impressive.
It's hard as fuck. I'm just really bad these days about like remembering good music.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that the industry's oversaturated and there's a fuck ton of people, but there is. And
there's a lot of good bands.
I'll find someone amazing and I'll love them and I'll completely forget about them, dude. It sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I understand. I do the same thing.
God, that's filthy. God, that's sick. That's so filthy.
He's so nasty.
Cicada by Reflections. Hold on. Before we do that, I want to play something for Paul. I want to play that Chunk No Captain Chunk bullshit. Chunk. Oh, that was easy to find. What was the song called? The like some fucking. Oh, here it is.
Oh no.
These dudes are way bigger than they should be.
I remember seeing this name on every Warped Tour flyer, every big metalcore tour flyer that came through.
I'm not trying to be that like elitist, like impress me, bro. But like, man,
this isn't great. It's like so everybody like Abandoned All Ships, right? And they loved the whole techno, like
Icy
the
Stars.
auto tune. Yeah, dude. Abandoned All Ships was one of the worst bands I've ever seen live.
Really?
They rely on that tech, dude. And so I saw them at Warped Tour, and something was going wrong with it. Like I don't know what it was, what wasn't running right. But dude, they couldn't play their songs without it. And like I think so our band uses a tech rig. We have in-ears, we've got tracks, we've got all this stuff that we run, and like if you can't play your set without that, then you're not ready to be playing shows. Because if our rig went down, like we would still be able to play those songs without a click. It wouldn't, or without tracks or whatever. It wouldn't be great, but like we'd be able to play it.
You get through.
But I've played shit with bands before that like their rig will stop and they're like, we can't play anymore.
Derp, derp, derp.
Yeah. And so I think there's a fine line because like there's this whole like, oh, your band is just a laptop running your music, whatever. That's definitely true for some bands.
Yeah.
It's also a necessity. It's like we were talking about like paying to play, you know, things that have come up like that. Like it's a necessity of something you need to use, but you need to be able to go without it too. I think that's the biggest thing.
I love everything that playing to a click and having some background ambience.
Oh yeah,
like
it's important.
Have you ever seen Veil of Mail live, bro?
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
like granted, there's a lot of laptop back there, but it adds so much layer
and you know what?
Their presence.
People don't realize how much work it takes to make the whole rig work, and then you also have to play on time with it. Yeah. You can't just run a track and expect that you're gonna be fine. Like you gotta practice still. But I also understand the whole like create music live versus just like press play, spacebar, you know.
Cutter, what's up, buddy? How are you? Hey, I don't know if you got my response, but I messaged you, man. The worst band I've ever seen live personally, Arsonists Get All the Girls. Terrible. Fucking terrible.
Wow. Worst band,
Arsonists Get All the Girls was the messiest, sloppiest, fucking like, you have no business being on stage.
Yeah. I can't remember a band that I've seen that I was just like, I mean, there's been local bands and stuff, like bands that have been on shows that are like, they don't play great. You know, there's always a show that something like that could happen, but like as far as a big band just completely blowing it, I can't think of anything like.
Oh man, like, you know what sucks is like, I was such a fan of Arsonists Get All the Girls, like leading up to going and seeing them live.
Yeah.
I had seen that they were going to be playing in our town. I checked their music out and I was like, oh, this is dope ass shit. This is really cool. You know, granted, it's like more like Panic riff.
Yeah.
Like really all over the place type of experimental core. But holy fuck, did that not transition well live. It was so bad.
You know what? I take it back. I can think of a band that I saw that was not great. So, Wage War. I was just talking about this earlier with Alex. So, Wage War, I went and saw them in North Carolina, and dude, I mean, they played probably a 45-minute to an hour set, and they barely made it through it. I mean, their vocals up there just like, don't pretend that you can, like, you know, like, he couldn't keep his place, he couldn't keep his vocal, like, I don't know, he couldn't even breathe, you know? And it just, whenever you see a band and the vocalist can't do the vocals live, that kills it for me, because you know that they sat and they spent all that extra time to like piece together the vocals recording, and then they can't even play their own music.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same with guitar, drums, anything. Like, I just hate seeing a band not be able to play the music that they write.
Yeah.
Like,
as far as this genre of music goes, if we've already talked about this, correct me because I can't remember. Oh man, I just want you to know something. You're 45 seconds from real pain.
Yeah, I'm sure.
This next one hurts.
I'm prepared. No, I'm not.
What is the fucking most? As far as the music we play, and the genre we like cater to, what's the fucking dopest, most tightest, heaviest band? Like super tight.
Oh man.
Like really had their shit together.
I don't know. I have a hard time distinguishing, like, drawing lines between bands because every band has something they're good at. Are you talking about
Casey
just like
says Fit for an Autopsy, dude?
Fit for an Autopsy
is next level.
Honestly, yeah, they are pretty tight.
That whole clique really. Fit for an Autopsy, fucking Aversion's Crown, The Art is Murder.
Yeah.
who the fuck else is a part of that crew? That whole fucking clique of like American and Australian crossover is top tier.
It honestly would probably have to be Fit for an Autopsy for me because I love Thy Art Is Murder. I think probably one of my favorite deathcore bands is currently playing music. But something about Thy Art Is Murder just doesn't impress me as much as Fit for an Autopsy. I like the way Fit for an Autopsy writes their new music the style they've kind of fallen into and just the production of their music alone. I mean, I just don't think it can be beaten.
Will Putney and Andy Marsh.
Yeah.
That is just top tier production, man.
Yeah.
Next to none.
Will Putney's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean.
Oh, you realize that fucking alarm went off?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So what are we at here? This is Nothing Beyond.
Nothing Beyond. Okay,
no.
This is right here. This one is the hottest one next to Da Bomb.
Cool.
The last dab is a break.
Good.
The last dab is a break. The last dab isn't shit compared to this one right now.
Let me see what I've got here. I've got water and beer. We're good.
Do you want milk first? Do you want milk? You might want it.
Let's see how it goes. Okay. If I need to go get milk, I can get milk.
All right, man. This one hurts. Cheers. Creeping. It's creeping.
I can feel it.
This is the Nothing Beyond one. Is that too terribly bad? Oh, okay. It's building.
I can feel it under my tongue more than anything.
It's building. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah. That's a slow one.
Yeah, it takes some time. It creeps. Later, Cutter. I love you, man.
Adios.
Ugh.
It's pretty spicy.
It's giving me hiccups.
I just have it on my tongue.
Ugh. Ugh. Master Struck, what's up, baby? Ugh. I'm hurting.
That's pretty spicy. You know, Dumb and Dumber?
I got hiccups.
Yeah, I might need that milk.
Oh, it's getting worse. Starting to sweat. You okay? You seem to be doing better than I am.
I'm doing okay, but my
Look at
tongue is
him.
on fire, dude.
I'm hurting. And he's hanging on like a champ. Hey.
I'm hoping that's probably a good sign, but it's probably not. I need that milk.
You need the milk?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go ahead and have it on hand.
I'll be right back.
Oh, ask me some questions. It's gonna hurt. I'm not prepared for these last couple sauces. I'm gonna tell you all right there right now. Nothing. No questions.
It's coming. They're coming. Questions are coming.
Oh man. I can't imagine how the next one's gonna be a break. I'm gonna try and get this ice cube out of here. Favorite horror movie? The Shining. Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Guaranteed. I can watch that movie anytime. How about you? Favorite horror movies? Let's see. Oh, hell yeah.
I'm gonna go piss.
If I could book a show to see, which 3 bands would I choose? Are we talking like any genre? Are we talking metal, deathcore? Don't mind me spilling milk all over myself like a giant child. I think I was gonna book any show. If it could be any 3 bands, any genre, I would probably go all 80s. It'd probably be Queen, REO, Speedwagon, and Boston. I would watch that. I listen to those bands probably every day, honestly. If I had to pick just strictly metal, deathcore, Fit for an Autopsy, Humanity's Last Breath, and I don't know who the third is. I'm bad at picking favorites.
I guess that kind of answers the question I was going to ask you is if you had a dream tour. I see the tears on your face, buddy.
Tears?
Yeah, you sweating?
I guess. I don't know. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
My lips are on fire. My tongue and my lips.
This one is nothing compared to the bomb,
I'm sure I'm in for some pain.
What would be the dream tour for Time and Eternity?
For T&E. For us, I don't know. I hate to pick the bands that we just kind of draw influence from, you know, because it's just like we draw a lot of influence from Fit for an Autopsy, Humanity's Last Breath, that kind of stuff. But if I could tour with any deathcore band, Thy Art would be on there for sure. I would love to play with Thy Art. Probably Thy Art, Fit for an Autopsy, Humanity's Last Breath. Those 3.
Okay.
Northern Shore for sure.
To return and rebuttal to that, this changes all the time for me. I would say The Art is Murder would definitely be on there.
Yeah.
Fucking Body Snatcher, Traitors
For sure. I love what Traitors does. Like,
my dream tour would just be the angriest fucking shit in existence.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, because like we're in a weird mix with T&E, because T&E is a lot of like heavy and like deathcore, but we also do a lot of like melodic and like guitar work, you know. So I don't know, it plays in our favor some ways because we can play with a lot of different kinds of bands, but at the same time we also don't fit into like one specific category, you know.
You guys played New England Metal Fest not all that long ago, right? What was it?
What was it?
Some huge metal fest up north, right?
We played Audio Fade Music Festival, but
no, that was not it.
No, we didn't play any big festival.
Damn, it's totally lost. It's on the tip of my tongue. Now I'm gonna dig through your guys' page for fucking show flyers.
Maybe so, but I don't think we played a festival besides the Audio Feed Festival.
Hold on. Give me a second here, y'all, because I gotta fucking. Man, where was that? Patience, fellows. Dude, I'm
gonna
burning
pee
up
while
still.
you're doing that.
Yeah, do your thing, man. I am still burning. Oh, I'm hurting right now. Fuck, I'm hurting. Yeah, it was. Fuck, what was this? What tour was this? It was Chelsea Green, For the Fallen Dream, Slaughter to Prevail, Enterprise Earth, Traitors, Body Snatcher, Kenoshi, Loser. Man, that was just a stacked ass show, dude. Divisive. Yeah, that was a fucking huge one. Yeah, Eternal. Yeah, that's it. Maybe that was it. Eternal Nightmare. Which I think that tour also toured up north and played. I think that tour was a part of the New England Metal Fest, right? I think. Oh my god, my face is on fire right now, dude. My nose, my lips.
So that Chelsea Grin Fest wasn't when we played. So that was that little tour that we set up. Divisive was the only band that got on that show.
Oh,
that's what we set the whole thing up around. Divisive had just like submitted and got approved to play that show. And they wanted to set up a run up that way. So we ended up setting up a show, Johnson City, Columbia, South Carolina, Bluefield, West Virginia, Baltimore, Maryland, Oakland, New Jersey. And then, so they had that show in Pennsylvania after our New Jersey show. So we had kind of a day off. We just hung out there. We got to basically just go ahead and have that whole festival for free for us.
That's cool.
That was pretty awesome, honestly. And then we drove back and played Nashville. We just played like a kind of like a local show, and then we're done with it. But yeah, that was just Divisive that was on that show. As much as I would have loved to play with Chelsea Grin, Traders, Kanashi, like.
I know fucking Device is about to play with Traders again, aren't they?
I think so, yeah.
That's fucking wild. It's a big show out there in Nashville. I can't remember who's all on that though. Dude, I got to start the timer.
Dude, Divisive and Traders, and yeah, I remember that show flyer for sure.
So what all is on the horizon for Time and Eternity, man?
I think this is the year that we want to make it like our run for taking our band out of the local only thing. We've talked about buying a van, but at the very least, we're planning on traveling more a lot this year. Even if it's just regional stuff, Kentucky, Ohio, North, South Carolina, whatever it might be. We just want to build T&E to be more of a regional presence. Yeah. We don't want to be T&E as like, oh, this band from Knoxville is here. Like, we want to be known as a band that's like kind of just as part of the area that might be able to play any show in any particular state in this kind of region, and people would know, you know. Which I'm not saying they do. I mean, we're at a point now where we're kind of trying to push that name out into, you know, public vision, public knowledge. So I think a lot of this year is going to just be traveling, out of town shows, weekend runs kind of things, doing a weekend warrior thing until we can start doing, you know, 9 and 10 days, and then half a month, and then month, 2 months, you know, long-term goals. But yeah, we have an album coming out. We're going to be, we haven't announced a date for it yet here because we're doing it all DIY basically, but new album's going to be coming out here sometime in the next month or so, I would say, probably. It's going to be 6-7 songs. Some of them are already out. You've got Sarajevo rotting out. You can already listen on any streaming service. But personally, and I mean, everybody pushes their own band, you know, but I would say this is probably some of the most impressive music and some of the best music we've ever put together. So okay. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to take that music and come back as a band that, like, by all means, probably was underestimated a little bit. Like, we were kind of just a metalcore band. We just want to be metalcore, and we all started realizing that we wanted to evolve beyond that and put more of our own influence into it and make something that's ourselves and not just like Fit for a King ripoff or, you know, As Lay Dying ripoff. So I think that's the goal this year is to take T&E from local and smaller band to more of a like a.
It's time for that real fucking push.
Yeah, and it's scary, dude, because like. This isn't something that's profitable. This isn't something you're guaranteed make money in, and more likely to fail. Even. Yeah. So it's scary, but I mean, I'm excited for it because I'm an introvert, and after these 2 years of just being at home, dude, I'm ready to go out. Yeah. I'm ready to go out and do something different with life than other than just sit at home, you know. So.
I want to say, like, as a whole, you know, when I first moved here, there were some bands which I won't say because I think they were just assholes and full of themselves, and they were not as good as they thought they were, which they no longer exist. Yeah. But like, Knoxville has grown so much over the last few years as far as the bands that are actually doing shit. I agree. The skill level, or not necessarily the skill level, but the quality of content that's being pushed out, like over just the last couple of years, is fucking wild. Yeah. There's some bands here in our area that have some real potential to do some really, really good shit.
And even just 3-4 years ago, there were just a lot of bands in our area, and that's as much as you can describe it as. And I feel like there's a significantly less amount of bands in the area now than there were then, but a lot more of it is higher quality content.
By far.
Because when I first started, there's so many bands I can't even think of anymore. We played a show with a band that was, the whole show was backline. I mean, like, the people who put the show on brought their own cabs. All you had to do was bring your heads, your cymbals, that's it. And we played this whole show, and it wasn't the most amazing show we've ever played. The people who put it on weren't the most prepared to put on a big show. But they did bring all the gear. They brought orange cabs, orange bass cabs. They had this whole stage set up. And at the end of the show, this kid came up to me and was just like, this show really wasn't put together very well. And it's like, they should have backlined this show and made it go a little quicker. And I'm like, do you think that you brought all these orange cabs? Because they're not yours, you know? Yeah. And it's just like, there's like a disconnection sometimes with like people who like think they're rock star musicians and people who are like show up ready to be professional and prepared, you know?
I think the majority of those rock star musicians are not doing anything anymore.
They sort themselves out.
They got phased out.
Yeah,
like Knoxville. Sure. Knoxville is currently in this era, I would say, of like really doing some shit. Knoxville's got some dope bands right now, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's just like, it's kind of a catch-22 because with those few bands that are available, it's like there's only so many local shows you can set up that are going to be different. But at the same time, like, so many of these bands spent the last 2 years taking that time to put something new together, you know? And I think it shows. I think you can tell what bands took the time and actually made something and what bands just were like, we don't have to play shows for 2 years, you know? Because half of them didn't come back.
Yeah, like, that's very true.
I mean, that's just what it is, but...
I know we got fucking lazy.
Do what? Dude, we didn't do anything for almost a year of the 2 years that nobody was doing any shows. Like, I mean, it takes time, but
put out 2 music videos, but we've not done a whole lot else since then.
Yeah, well,
we've got fucking songs backlogged, but nothing's recorded. You know,
that's our problem is we just don't have a whole lot of music out right now, and we need to get more music available on all of our streaming services. We have 2 right now. Took down some of our old music because we don't play it anymore, but. I mean, other than that, it's just a matter of trying to get some stuff out there for people to listen to.
Well, it's like we have songs in our set list that aren't recorded. We play them live, but you can't listen to them anywhere else. Right. And that's it. Like I've been running into this issue with Disarmor where my position of the band is to manage social media and handle like pushing our product. I want to do a fucking I want to do a lyric video. Okay. Yeah. I can do shit like that. You obviously can too because you can do the graphic design shit. You use After Effects and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. But we had no new material recorded, so I can't do shit.
Right.
Nothing.
Well, we're at a point like, so I know TikTok is a cringy thing sometimes, but TikTok is the #1 resource you have as a musician right now if you're trying to push your band. Because people have shown that like TikTok, even if you pay for promotion, if you don't pay for promotion on TikTok, you put yours out, you get the right search engine optimization, you put the right hashtags on there, and your video can draw in listeners like crazy. And they've shown that like if you put your content on TikTok for your band, you know, just play through videos or just whatever goofy thing you're doing with your band to practice, your streams on Spotify directly correlate with that 99% of the time. So the more people are seeing your content on TikTok, the more they're going to those links and finding your music to listen to it. They see you making a TikTok where you're just like doing a playthrough or even joking around with each other to practice. They want to know what your music sounds like and they go listen to it. And so like the more you start posting on those social media the applications that are starting to become more popular, the more you're going to start seeing your streams and your following increase because that's where people are now, you know.
And, you know, that's not, I don't know what other streamers are watching currently, but that's a tactic that's actually being used in the Twitch world too.
I'm sure.
Like if I as a streamer, you know, BeatdownKing, want to grow my stream beyond just Twitch, I have to be pushing content on YouTube.
Yep.
And I've got to be pushing content on TikTok, which I'm not doing a whole lot of either of those.
It's a struggle. It's hard. It's a new platform.
This episode will eventually be on YouTube, but
yeah,
TikTok is massive. As weird and like you said, cringy as TikTok is a fucking
they're destroying. Monster. That's what I was telling you about earlier before we started this stream. It's Facebook. I don't know if you saw this thing. Facebook lost like 200 million or some substantial, humongous amount of money, all in like the course of a couple hours last 2 weeks ago. I don't know exactly when it was, but they just completely lost all this money. It was gone. And it's just because TikTok is destroying Facebook. Facebook is a dying application. And honestly, it should because Facebook is just designed to keep you addicted to it. And like, I won't go into that whole spiel on it. Just like,
it's bad.
Facebook is done for. And like, it's time to make the X's on to new things. And I mean, Facebook destroyed MySpace, you know. It's the natural cycle of digital media and technology. Yeah. But I mean, TikTok is just going to be the new thing.
Oops, sorry. I didn't realize my music disconnected from the computer. Hold up, y'all. Sorry.
Are you good?
Yeah, no, dude, for reals. Like, Facebook is... people are catching on to the bullshit that Facebook is pushing.
Yeah.
All the negativity. There's constantly... the algorithm of pushing offensiveness and, like, divisiveness.
Yeah.
Rather than, like MySpace was so damn good about creating community, whereas Facebook is damn good at like creating.
Facebook
enemies.
just wants you to stay on there watching videos. That's all that really matters for them.
I was constantly getting called by someone that I barely ever played with, and recently I finally got tired of it. Just asked him what the fuck he wanted, and he asks if I want to play Valorant. I don't have Valorant. Oh fuck!
Oh no!
You ever played Valorant? Paul?
Have I? No.
You ever play Overwatch?
Yeah, I played a disgusting amount of Overwatch.
So did I. Who did you main? Well, see, I don't know if you can see up there behind you. I've got like some Overwatch pops behind you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Who did you main?
Who did I main? It depends. Honestly, for a long time, I was just a Reinhardt main. I would just play a
so
tank. But honestly, it's because nobody wants to be a tank ever.
Yeah.
Nobody wants. They always want to be Tracer. So I don't know. I just stuck with Reinhardt. But
I did a lot of actual like league competitive Overwatch. To the point where it made things like unenjoyable because how serious shit was. This was back. Do you remember the whole GOATs format?
Do what?
GOATs. You know what that is?
Goats?
GOATs.
I mean, no. I don't think I do.
Okay, so GOATs was a play style in Overwatch where your team would consist of 3 tanks and 3 healers. So it was usually like Moira, Reinhardt, Diva, and then fucking Brigitte, Zen, and then one other fucking healer. God damn it, Moira.
Yeah.
Anyway, 3 tanks, 3 healers, and it was unstoppable. That was like my phase of competitive Overwatch. A lot of it. But Valorant is if Overwatch and Counter-Strike were to have a baby.
Okay.
That's what that is.
We'll get to that.
Show us your snake. This airs Doug. What's up, Dougie?
That's not
How are you? Oh, that's not a snake. That's a fucking duck. I'm so blind. I thought that was a snake, dude.
I was like, that's not a snake.
You're like, that's not a snake, Chris. That's definitely a fucking rubber duck. I'm procrastinating right now.
I know. I'm like, I just recovered. And like stupid me, I like scratched this eyelid until there's this like red hot fire right by the All right.
Dude, I've got to pee again. I've got that old man bladder now.
Do you need to do it before you go?
Yes.
You broke the seal.
Yeah, I broke the seal.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna pee your pants the second you try to eat one of these wings.
Yeah, I'll die.
Let's see. David, you said you did a lot of writing. What were you talking about? Are you just talking about art style in general? You doing most of the writing? Oh yeah, during COVID for sure. Yeah, David. So David is probably the main songwriter of the band, honestly, and David just pumps out songs, man. I mean, it's like I won't even have one written, and he's got 3 more coming to me. Can I buy you some more Chips Ahoy? I could. Do I owe you some Chips Ahoy? Steve-O's hot sauce. Okay, I need to try Steve-O's hot sauce.
We've actually got some of Steve-O's hot sauce in the fridge. I've had that in rotation on a couple of these.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Steve-O's hot sauce. It's like hot sauce for your butt or hot sauce for your ass. I can't remember. But it's delicious. It's kind of that sriracha one down there. It kind of resembles that in a sense.
Kind of like that chunky, garlic, thick, spicy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
More particles in it. But yeah, dude, it's delicious.
Yeah, I can't.
Dude, I feel like every band though has that one member that can just shell out material like it's nothing. Michael Cluster's that guy for us.
there are so many songs that David's written that we've never even touched. I mean, like, he probably sends 5 and we'll use 2 of them, you know, which isn't a bad thing. We have plenty of material on deck to like tap back into, but sometimes I can't keep up with it. I wrote a song today or yesterday and I was just like, by the time I was done, he's like, I'm already working on something else. That's fine. I will get to it, I guess.
Yeah. Like, when I was in Slug, dude, have you ever played or done anything with Tom Struble or Dylan Schaeferman?
Oh
my God. Like, these dudes are riff mills. Yeah. They just pull this shit out their fucking ass all day. I'm like, I am just not that creative. How do you guys manage this?
I don't know, man. Like, I'm not much on the whole production side. Like, I'm easily able to sit down and write, probably in a day. I can usually write a song in a couple hours, but like sitting down and writing a whole song, I mean, I can't do what David does. David will sit down and write 3-4 minutes worth of music and send it to us. I don't know.
That's not me either, man.
Not me.
I'm pretty good at lyrics. I did lyrics for Slug, but
did you? Yeah. Okay.
All right. So we've got the last dab here, and this one, like I said, is a break. This is nowhere near as hot as that last one.
Smells pretty good.
This one's not terrible. This one's like a chill one.
All right.
Meaty. Mm-hmm. Casey Scram, what's up, homie? See?
All right.
You ever watched Hot Ones?
Uh-huh.
Motherfuckers cry over this.
That last one was worse.
Mm-hmm. It makes you see the people that eat this on Hot Ones and you're like, what is your problem? You're hurting over nothing. Yeah, that one's chill. That one ain't bad at all.
So that means I have 10 minutes left of my life.
All right, we're gonna start that timer, buddy.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Play Magic the Gathering. Fuck yeah. Can't relate. I can barely handle Sriracha, dude. Well, like we were talking about this earlier. Like I like hot shit, but I don't like to eat it when I'm actually just eating.
No, not at
my
all.
normal meals. No, thank you. Novelty reasons like this, sure, but just eat a meal, nah, dude.
Something
I
like this, but
meal. This just hurts.
Yeah, for me, I'm the same way. Like I'll stick with like jalapeno is always a good middle ground for me.
Mm-hmm. So, what is your? I can't remember if I've asked this or not. If I've asked this already.
My like level of spice.
No. What's your biggest pet peeve at shows?
Oh, okay. I'll say this with a caveat. Drunk people.
Oh, God.
Because, yeah, show up, get drunk, have fun. That's fine. But drunk people at a show... Dude, we played this show in Chattanooga, okay? And we have video of this somewhere. This drunk guy got up in the last song of our set, climbed up on the stage while we're playing. And, like, there's a part of me where that's just like... Should I just, like, you know, Christmas story, like, y'all shoot your eye out, tap him off, and, like, push him back up the stage? But I also am not trying to get sued by some drunk guy. Like, he kicked me in the face, you know? So we're playing the show, and this dude climbs up on stage, and he's holding his beer like this, and he's, like, got that drunk guy waddle. And, like, you can see in the video, we're all just, like, watching him to make sure he doesn't spill beer all over our gear.
Yeah.
And for the whole last song, David's drumming, and this drunk guy's just like, "You're so good, man." He's like wiggling back and forth. He's like, "Dude, I used to drum for like 10 years." He's like, "You're so good, dude." He's like patting him on the arm while David's drumming, you know? And you can hear this. God, I breathe it in.
Yo, hold on. Not to interrupt you.
No, you're
fucking
good.
Isaac, yes, dude. The Ace 52 CQB, my guy. I've got fucking video on YouTube of me just murking people, just cutting motherfuckers down.
My main weapon on Battlefield 4 is the Mark 11 MOD.
Okay.
I like single shot. I feel like I'm always a lot more accurate with single shot than if I'm just like spraying and praying.
Woo.
And I think that, David and I both ran the Mark 11. Mm-hmm. But
So
yeah, that drunk guy, dude. Yeah, so like you can see him the whole 4.5 minutes of this song. He's like talking to David while David's drumming, and I just can't stand that.
No,
if you're so drunk that you can't like draw the line of like I shouldn't climb up on this stage
and try to hold conversations with people that are playing.
Yeah, who are playing music.
Yeah,
like I don't know.
Jesus, man. I draw that line with drunk people too. It really annoys me when I'm not necessarily playing a show, but when I'm at a show that I really want to mosh to, and motherfuckers insist on having drinks on the edge of the pit, and the fucking floor is covered in liquid. And now you can't mosh because you're gonna slip and fall on your goddamn face.
Right. Yeah, I'm right there with you too. Or like, by all means, I'm not against drinking. Like, go drink and have a good time at the show. Like, we love to go to the Brickyard and drink. It's a great place to hang out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you need to be able to maintain a composure. You know, you can't just be wandering around on stages while people are playing. Because if you would have spilled that beer, I mean, we could have been out a couple grand easily on just any single one thing on that stage. Like, that's just irresponsible and disrespectful.
I got really fucking drunk at the local show and proceeded to yell "Play Ruin" at Disarmer about 2 minutes after they played it. It's on my Instagram. Yeah, we don't play Ruin anymore. It's gone. Bye Ruin.
No more Ruin.
I don't know if you knew that or not.
No, but I understand. Every band has that song that like everybody wants to hear it, and you're so sick of playing it.
No, Ruin's gone. Ruin's gone. We don't even practice it anymore. It's that gone. We're moving on.
Maiden 22. We are on the last wing after this. This is gonna be that swallowing hot glass.
Yeah. Oh, dude, like my face is already on fire still. My nose is running. My nose is hurting because I got hot sauce in my face somehow.
Yeah, like I said, I scratched that one like scratch right above my eyelid, and it's just like,
this is the greatness. He says, "Yeah, dude, this is about to be that pain."
Yeah.
What's the worst thing you've ever experienced when attending a show?
The worst thing I've ever experienced? I don't know. I've been pretty lucky. I haven't had a whole lot of shows that were like over the top bad. I think the most pain I've ever been in at a show, there was Miss Maya's last Hometime show. There was a little Grange hall that they played in, and there was this family that there were two brothers that I knew, Derek and Hank, and they were both their family traced their ancestry back to Vikings, like actual Eric the Red ships that came to America, like Vikings.
Wow.
Yeah, amazing. And they were huge people, and their dad, his name was Hendrik, was out there moshing, and he had his beard braided into one big dreadlock, and I'm talking like down to his shins dreadlock, and that dude was out there swinging that thing around, and I just saw it. I was in the pit, and I saw this dreadlock come straight at me, and the last 3 seconds were just like, this is gonna hurt, and this thing hit me across the face and knocked me flat on the ground, dude.
The
like
dreadlock did?
Yeah, because it was like, I mean, it was it's a huge dreadlock. He'd been growing it for decades, kind of thing. Weirdest thing I've ever seen, but yeah, that hurt a lot, hitting that right in the face.
I've been pepper sprayed at shows.
Have you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Been to a couple, I think the last time I got pepper sprayed at a show was All Shall Perish. And there's just overly wild fights were always breaking out in the middle of these pits. And security had enough of it, dude, and they pepper sprayed everybody, dude.
Yeah.
They cleared out this whole venue. It was bad.
I did see, okay, so one guy, this is another drunk person, obviously. There was this guy that was at a show in Columbus, Ohio, and I don't know what it was this dude's problem, but like he started smashing glass bottles in the middle of the pit, like taking them and throwing them on the ground, and then he came over and tried to pull like a chair up over the railing, like a metal chair, and not a folding chair either. I'm talking like a dinner table chair, you know, and like it was 5 or 6 people and security included trying to stop him from doing this. He was trying to like hurt people in the pit, you know. Stuff like that sucks. If you want to show up and have a good time, that's one thing. But if you show up and ruin it for everybody, that's a completely different thing, you know.
Definitely witnessed people going out of their way to like crowd kill in a sense. They're on a mission to hurt people. I've seen a couple of people go into fucking seizures because they just got decked in the face way too hard.
Yeah, so I saw the Chariots last show ever. It was in Douglasville, Georgia at the 7 venue. And the first song was over and somebody was already going in an ambulance. I mean, they played for 3 minutes and they were already people getting hurt. People falling out of the rafters. Like, and I'm not even kidding. If you go on YouTube and look, if you go search for like the Chariots last show in Douglasville, There's one video where you can see this guy climbing up the side. There's like those big beams that hold the ceiling up. And he's hanging there just by one hand, two hands, just hanging there for like probably a good 5 minutes. And finally you just see him like look, and he puts his feet on the ground or on the wall, and he just pushes himself out and just falls into this group. No. And like it was nuts. The Chariot definitely put on one of the most violent, crazy shows in metal existence.
I don't think I've ever seen the Chariot.
Really? Chariot was wild.
I've seen a lot of fucking bands, but I don't think I've ever seen the Chariot.
Yeah.
The most fucked up I've ever gotten at a show was moshing, and like I've got really bad wrists.
Oh yeah.
From skating, and if I connect wrong now, like I have to be super careful moshing now. If I connect wrong, I'll break my wrist every fucking time, dude. I've done it a couple times over the last couple years, and my shit will just be completely out of commission for weeks.
Is there a reason? Like,
dude, I don't like. Okay, so like, there's two instances I can remember living in San Diego, skating on the boardwalk along the beach, catching a rock, catching myself on the fucking ground, and busting my wrists. And then like multiple weeks later thinking, okay, I'm better now, I'm good. Let's go skimboarding now. And fucking hitting the sand wrong, and
so wait, skimboarding?
Skimboarding.
What's that?
So skimboarding, it's like it's ocean related. So think of when you got to have a flat beach, okay? Like more level. It can't be a steep incline.
Right.
It's got to be more level. So when the surf comes in, when it comes in and it starts to retract, you get this level of like really thin water, and they have what's called these skim boards. It's almost like a surfboard in a sense, but it looks like an oversized skateboard, and it's really flat. Well, when you throw it on the water, bro, it's like butter, and it just slides forever, and you jump on that shit while the water is receding.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. I've seen people doing that. I just didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, skimboarding. But yeah, dude, I've injured myself a few times on that.
God, the time is here. I'm going to go use one last don't touch your dick break, and then I'll be right back to suffer through this.
I definitely fucking broke the seal, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, man, it's the time of pain. Y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for us to hurt? Who's ready? Who's ready? Let's see it. Let's see some fucking hype in chat. Let's see some hype in chat. Come on. Quiet motherfuckers right now. We got to get prepared for this one, because this one's actually going to be bad. God fucking damn it, man. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. I'm looking at these last two wings, and I'm like, this is just going to hurt. That's all this is. That's all this is. Nothing but pain. I'm almost wondering if I should go. Yeah, we're gonna be super prepared for this one, actually. He's using the restroom. I'm gonna go pee too. I'm gonna go get us milk, and I'm gonna get our ice cream, because I know this is gonna be that fucking bad. You be all right? Oh no, I know I'm gonna be okay in the long run, but I just know from experience, with as many times as I've fucking done this already, I know this hurts. I know this one's bad. Like, you don't... Something I had pointed out to Paul when we were setting up and getting ready to stream is on the side of the bottle for the bomb. It quite clearly says that, hey, this is just an additive. Just use a drop just to make it a little bit more spicy. But we fucking coat our wings in this shit.
Yeah, he's like telling me it says just a drop on the side, and then he's like got the bowl. He's like spinning the wings in them, and I'm like, cool.
let's hurt. I'll be right back, man. I'm gonna take a leak. I'm gonna go get more milk and the ice cream.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea. Oh man, so Casey asked what the best show we've ever played with Disarmer was. So I assume that was probably meant for Chris, but I'm trying to think. We've only played with Disarmer a couple of times, honestly. I think last time I can really recall playing with Disarmer was probably Keach Fest. But Disarmer, you know, obviously Chris can hear me right now, but the rest of Disarmer, you know, if you want to play some more shows, you know, just you know, hit us up. I don't know why I did this. I'm delirious from the fact that I'm dreading the fact that I'm about to eat nuclear fuel. So my butthole will definitely be hating me later on. That's absolutely true, Frosties. So I'm supposed to go to band practice tomorrow. I don't know how that's gonna happen. Chug beer. This is all the beer I have at the moment, but we'll honor that request in a second.
What are you doing to the fucking store? Y'all need to calm down.
Yeah, I can imagine why, honestly. Thank you, David. Poo poo butt. Yeah, I don't know about screaming tomorrow. I hope tomorrow is more of like a rig and recording day and just let me kind of chill. Oh man, I've survived this far. I've done better than I thought I would, honestly.
Yeah, no, we gotta be super prepared.
Oh, here we go.
Right there. So
take what?
Well, take the ice cream.
Take the ice cream. I got you.
So when I went to go grab your ice cream today, the actual that's it says fudge tracks. I know your request was for moose tracks.
It's fine.
That's actually moose tracks. It's just the off-brand.
Oh, I don't care either way, honestly. I'm just looking for relief.
Dude, the fucking moose tracks Mayfield is a frozen yogurt. And I was like, I'm not getting frozen yogurt. That's
yeah, they have both now, but for some reason you can only find them the frozen yogurt kind, which I don't mind frozen yogurt, but like that's not what I'm looking for when I go get ice cream, you know?
No, so that's why you got that, because they didn't have
it's fine
available.
Let me go and get the spoon in there. Go ahead and prepare myself.
Get beer.
Oh yeah, we've got to chug a beer and take a shot before we do this. No better choice than filling us up with alcohol and milk.
Yeah, it's a little weird, isn't it?
I'm gonna be a little stinky poopy boy.
So,
you need the milk still?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I know that the question was asked something about Disarmor and Time and Eternity earlier. I don't think I've ever actually played a show with you.
I don't think that you and I have played a show since you've been to Disarmor. I think it was just, I think Casey was asking you what your best Disarmor show had been.
What was the best show you've played with Disarmor? So as weird as it seems, I've only played 2 shows with Disarmor so far. Since I've been in the band, Disarmor's only played 3, and I had to sit one out because of work.
Okay.
And because it was so like, it wasn't necessarily last minute, but we got put on a show for a tour package, and I thought that we were going to be opening. So I made arrangements for that. I was like, hey, you know, I'll be able to do this and work. I'll play my set, leave, and go to work. No. They made us close. And I was like, I have to be to work at fucking 10:30.
Right.
And we weren't going to be going on till like 9:30. I was like, that's not possible. It's an hour drive. So anyways, yes, whole milk. Beer check shot, normal beer, by the way. Oh, fuck, I only brought 1 beer. Well, I mean, I can go get the follow-up beer afterwards. How far into the King's Wings are you, baby? We're about to hit our last wing. This is about to be it right here. We're mentally preparing ourselves, getting our ice cream, all that, just getting ready for the pain.
I will never be mentally prepared for this.
I'd have to say the best show that I've played with Disarmor was my first show with Disarmor at the Brickyard with Sidious, Sanity, and who the fuck else was on that?
There was that
Slug.
August show.
I played 2 sets that night. It was my one and only show with Slug.
With Slug. I didn't realize you only played one with Slug.
Yeah, because
I knew that you were in there for a while, but I didn't know. That was
Slug's first show.
Okay, yeah.
Well, no,
that was a good show.
No, it wasn't.
That was that August show. That was the first big show we had coming back from COVID.
Slug played a couple shows, but we still had Derek Bass with us, which was dog shit.
Oh, I didn't know Derek was ever part of Slug.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that the whole, like, there's the whole, you ripped off all my old stuff, whatever thing.
It was Derek Bass and Chris Ramsey.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, move along from that.
Yeah. Moving on.
That was early grind. It was early grind before it was slug. I forgot about that.
Okay. So I wasn't sure that if early grind and slug were kind of like offshoots of the same thing, or if it was just
to be fair, like Tom wrote all the music, so that's where that whole argument comes from, because Tom is a musical genius. He's classically trained. Like, the dude he can write anything, play anything.
Yeah.
So he had songs that he had written for us in early grind, and he took his work that he made and just carried it over to slug.
Right.
I mean, it was great material. Why the fuck get rid of it? So that's where all that bullshit started from.
Yeah.
All right. So a beer chug and a shot, right?
We're gonna be,
man, that was terrible timing, guys. We're gonna be chugging
that was saved. That was intentional.
They did that on purpose, because, like, I want you to know something. Everything that the alcohol stuff is all on a timer. So, like, they can only make us chug so many beers in X amount of time. They can't make us take back to back shots. Everything has a cool down.
They can't just get us super drunk.
Yeah, everything's got a cool down, and not like they can only buy us 3 shots the whole night.
Right.
So they literally waited for us.
Oh no, this was planned.
Totally planned.
This is cold and calculated.
All right, beer chug.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh God.
Oh, it did it again. I'm sorry, y'all, with this fucking music. Hold on.
I don't know if I could do another chug like last time.
Dude, my stomach is so full right now. He didn't have a cooldown before. It's funny as hell. The first edition of the store was brutal. True. So they used to get me blackout drunk on stream. Like, I learned the hard way that, like, I had to set cooldowns and limits on how much they can actually make me drink in a night.
How much liquid you can put in a human being.
There was nights where they had me drinking shot after shot after shot, beer after beer,
dude.
and then making me do hundreds of push-ups. I think the most amount of push-ups I've done in a stream on one night was like 400.
He said 400
Yeah,
plus
see?
push-ups.
It was fucking stupid, dude. I was so drunk, so sore. It was bad.
That sounds honestly 100% terrible.
Dude, my streams weren't even like, I'm trying to play video games, and they're like, no, you're not.
No, get drunk.
Having you pass out in the bathroom. So, you've obviously been to my bathroom right here. It was my birthday stream last year. Dude, I was like maybe 45 minutes in, and they had got me so sick so quick that I couldn't carry on. Like, it was just done. And I was like, no, we're not doing this anymore.
I pretty much stopped drinking back like January last year. So just can't keep up like I used to.
Dude, the hangovers, man.
I'm sitting here like I have to take a shot still and then eat this wing.
I put limits on things for a reason, so we
for sure.
Like, I've got a decent buzz right now. I don't need to go beyond that. What's your favorite video game?
Liquid.
Yeah, dog. What's your favorite video game? Okay, so yeah, I feel that, man.
Yeah.
All time, my favorite video game. There's two really. I'm a big Halo fanboy. But out of any game that's consumed my time the most, World of Warcraft ate up 8 years of my life, to the point where, like, I no-lifed it, man. It was bad.
Yeah.
Like, my life revolved around my guild and my raid schedule. This is way before band life. And
I didn't get into like World of Warcraft or like massive multiplayer games like that. I was always just more of like a story-driven campaign kind of guy. I would always play a single-player game over like a massive multiplayer online kind of thing. But I would say honestly, best video game of all time. I think from my life and the things that I like, I would probably either say Mercenaries, Playground of Destruction. Do you remember that one? It's PlayStation 2. you were a mercenary in North Korea, and you had to like do all these contracts, and like there was all these different factions that you could fight for, and like essentially there's like a deck of cards, and you capture all these high value targets, either capture or kill them. That was my favorite game. I like that a lot. Or there was Freedom Fighters. You remember Freedom Fighters? It was another PlayStation game. Freedom Fighters is this whole like Russia invades America kind of thing. It's like a sandbox almost. You just like, I mean, it's a violent just shooter game basically. But those are the two that I think that I could pick up anytime and play all the way through. Dude, Mercenaries 3, absolutely. Because honestly, the second one wasn't as good as the first one, but they improved on it still with a couple things. So like, if they could just take all the technology we have now and make just a massive online Mercenaries, you could take contracts, steal whatever you want. I mean, it was like Grand Theft Auto, but you were in a middle of a war, like a nuclear war almost. Yeah. Wow. You could steal tanks, helicopters, whatever you wanted. It didn't matter. You could get airstrikes. Like,
I'm like in this weird rut with video games. I'm looking for new stuff to play.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know how you feel about this fucking alcohol right now, but my stomach is like wreathing at it.
I didn't think I was gonna throw up. I honestly, like the hottest sauce was like I could probably power through it. Now I've got all this alcohol in me, and I'm like, I'm gonna throw up in your house.
I'm wreathing. God forbid we both have to throw up.
Right.
I'll use the sink in the living room or in the bathroom. Cool. Wow, kitchen. We can straight up drop a nuke on the city if you want. Wow.
Yeah, it's true. Like the more you played the game, or if you cheated, put cheat codes in. There was all these different airstrikes that you could get, and the last one was called a fuel air bomb, and it was just a bomb that would drop and like shoot jet fuel out, and then it would just ignite it all and burn the whole city down. Wow. Like, it was nuts. It was a pretty crazy game.
Play Lost Ark yet? I've yet to start it. Play Lost Ark. I've yet to start it. Scared to. Left. I don't want to get stuck on stupid on it. Yeah, dude, that's kind of how I feel. Like I see that. I see that it's a really good game. A lot of people are playing it, and I'm terrified to play it because I see how many other people are addicted to it, and I've got that addictive personality to games.
Lost Ark? I haven't heard of it.
You ever played Diablo 2?
No.
No. Okay, so it's an overhead RPG, and it's the new MMO right now, basically. Lost Ark. It's bad enough with 7 Days to Die. Yeah, 7 Days to Die is a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying that. Sorry. Lost Ark is extremely pay to win. I've heard. Yep. God damn it. I know, we're procrastinating here.
Dude, I'm pretty upset about the fact that we had to like do the whole like beer chug thing beforehand. We still have to do a
shot, man.
Oh my god.
My stomach is like, I'm already like, ooh, I don't want it.
I'm so full.
I don't
like
want it.
Even if it's not a spice thing, I'm just like, oh.
I don't want it. I physically do not want it right now, man. But we'll do it.
I knew what I was signing up for, but like, come on. Come on.
Yeah, dog. I'm sorry. Thank you again for coming, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, dude. This was a lot of fun.
Yourself so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know we're kind of reaching the end of it here, but
well, you know what? We're not done yet, so
no, we're about to reach the climax, the pinnacle. Let me pour us here. Give me your shot glass, man. God damn it! Fuck y'all for making us drink shots right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Remind me to fucking give you money for this.
Oh yeah.
Before you leave tonight.
George Dickel.
George Dackle. Oh,
hey. Oh, you blew it.
My pants now. God. All right, let's see. Where am I at here? All right. You want some pickle juice there, my man?
Honestly, no.
No pickle juice?
I love a pickleback, but I just don't have room, dude. Okay. If I have to eat this wing.
Little mama, you're welcome. What do you mean you're welcome? Yeah, I did cream my pants. Wow, you motherfuckers are on it. Both of you over here saying cream your pants.
God, dude, I'm going to throw up for sure. I can already feel it coming.
I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. It's the alcohol, not even the wings.
Look, like I said, we've got Tums. We've got everything you need to recover properly from this. You got a big ass thing of ice cream right there. That's all to you.
Yeah.
She got you the shots and oh, did she? See, I didn't see that. God, you know, I might need a little bit more pickle juice there just to.
Oh no!
Because I know
Shots
that
and
fucking, the taste of the fucking whiskey itself is just. Oh God, dude! Do you see those wings right there, man?
I know how much of this milk is gonna end up inside of my body after I eat this wing. On top of the alcohol.
Not a good
So
mix.
I'm sure Cluster's told you about the vomit, right? The quiet vomit.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. I don't know what about it. Vomiting, I just can't vomit loudly. So when we were on that camping with Cluster trip, I got trash. I brought a fifth, like a handle, like a giant handle of Jameson.
Was this
and I was like,
I went with you guys?
Yeah, okay. It was when you were there, and I was just like, please, like everybody drink it, have as much as you want. I bought it for everybody. So the same thing happened with like the beer at that party I was telling you about. I look about 5-6 hours into our camping trip. This handle of Jameson is probably like more than 2/3 gone. And I'm like, hell yeah. Like everybody's been drinking. It's been good. Everybody's sharing. And I was like, does anybody else want any more Jameson before I put this away? And they were like, you're the only person that's been drinking that. And I was like, what? And that's when I realized that I was just like completely destroyed. We woke up the next morning and Cluster was making breakfast, like sausage and eggs in a skillet. And I just like mid-conversation was just like, just threw up really quietly and kept talking to him. And like, they didn't even know I had thrown up until they looked and saw the pile next to me. Like, so you might get to experience that tonight. Some real quiet vomit.
That was a wild fucking camping trip. That was such a good time.
Those people like, we're gonna leave if you're not quiet. Bye.
What do you guys want?
Like, we came here to have a good time in the woods. Like,
adios. These motherfuckers. It was like 8 o'clock.
All right, okay. I'm ready for this. Let's do this.
Yeah. All right.
We gotta do the shot.
Shots. Salud. That's the last shot. Fuck y'all. If anyone has Amazon Prime, you can sub for free on Twitch. I mentioned it earlier, which it's a really bad time to even suggest this. But if you hit us with 500 bits or more, we'll eat a bean. Or if you sub or gift a sub, we'll eat beans.
What does a bean mean?
These beans are hot. All right. Oh God, dude, do you feel that? That just doesn't feel good, man.
I'm just sitting here. I've got that old man just like.
Oh, 1,000 biddies. Get to eating.
We gotta eat 2.
My wife sub. Eat one. When did she sub? What are you talking about? Fuck, man. We eating the beans.
Eating beans.
What'd you? Mine's got black on it, dude.
Oh no!
No, dog.
Let me, because I know exactly which one this one is right now.
Use your Prime sub. When? I'm not seeing a sub from her of any time recent, man. I see tonight we had a sub from Lycanthropy as a gift sub, and then Frosty's 1,000 bits. Can someone please tell Kevin what a bean means?
It's The Office. So The Office is a big thing, at least between David and I on the band. Every show we've ever played, anytime we've had to drive like overnight to the next show or to come home, it just ended up become Office references the whole time we're driving home. So he'll just be in the back. We're just like, what does a bean mean? And I'm just at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's trying to not fall asleep while we're driving, you know. And David just has the entire repertoire of the entire Office memorized.
That's such a good show. All right, eat the bean. What I got? Oh, that's not bad at all. Oh wait.
I think you got the Carolina Reaper one. He said I had black spots on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you blew it.
Oh, dog. That's not what I needed before this wing, dude. I needed something chill. Woo! That one actually hurts. That burns.
I'm sure. I got lucky. I got like cayenne pepper again.
That one's hot. That ain't no fucking the bomb, but dude, that still hurts. All right, Paul. I think it's time, man. Hey,
Nice knowing you.
Yeah, dude. Hey, thanks
for having me.
Being on King's
in case
Wings.
I don't ever get to
Adios, motherfucker.
I can already taste it, dude. Hot wing sauces, they always start tasting like garbage.
Immediately.
Who does this on purpose?
Oh. Oh, it's coming.
Oh my god.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
R.I.P. my boy Paul.
Oh, GG's. Yeah, dude. Oh, I'm sweating already. Ooh. You feel that, Paul? Don't touch your dick. Oh.
Oh my god, dude.
Fuck.
Woo!
Oh my god. Paul, you look like you're doing pretty okay over there. Ow! Fucking hurts. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh. 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 Oh
Holy
my
shit,
god,
dude.
Ooh. You're doing good over there. I'm miserable.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Dude. What is that?
Hey, dude, I want to say though, out of all my guests, you're handling it way better than anyone else.
I'm not sure that I'm gonna stay alive yet. Don't say that yet. I've drank more milk today than I've ever drank in my life.
Oh my god. Fucking Christ. Oh, why do I do this? Ugh. I don't know why I put myself through this shit. Paul, I love you.
Oh, me too.
Oh. Fucking Christ. No, dude, you're seriously handling this better than any of my other guests. No, you're composed.
I'm trying. I'm gonna press my lips into this ice cream. Nobody judge me.
Oh. Oh my god.
This is a fucking nightmare.
Oh, it's so bad.
Woo!
That shit is so hot. Oh my fucking God. It's so painful. It's starting to taper off.
Yeah.
It's starting to come down.
I just needed the cold. I needed cold on my lips.
Oh my God. Dude.
Oh my God.
It's not gotten any easier every time I've done it. I'm not like building some tolerance.
No.
Like you would think with as much as I've done this now that my body would be like, oh, we've got this. No, dude, it hurts every time.
Yeah, Isaac, I did. I wiped my lips with the same cloth I used on my fingers, and it hurt. And I didn't learn my lesson, and I'm probably gonna do it again.
Ugh. Ooh. Oh my God.
Oh.
What
cold response music.
Oh no, dude. Cold response. You just missed us taking a wing that had the bomb hot sauce on it. And we're dying right now.
If anybody's watching me spill water all over myself, just ignore it. I'm just like slobbering.
It's like, oh, there's like almost a moment of panic, right?
Yeah, because I was like, is this ever gonna end?
Well, because like you think it's done, but it continues to increase.
You gotta let the ice cream sit on your lips. The lips is the worst part for me. If my lips were on fire, I wish I was dead.
Hey, you've done well. Oh man. Whew. Y'all, I'll be right back. I've got to pee.
I'm gonna stay here and suffer on camera. You run out of time. So ask me some more questions. You ask me questions about the band, tour, my job. I don't care. Ask me questions. I'll answer them. I can feel the spice coming through my nose. Oh my God, dude, I feel so bad. I can't believe you can legally buy this. It's crazy to me that this is legal and weed is not. Like, this is the hottest thing I've ever eaten in my entire life. Who can eat the ice cream first? A pint of ice cream first? Not me. I'm out of room. That's the problem. I would eat so much ice cream to cool this down if I could, but I'm just so full, dude. So much milk and alcohol. God, I'm gonna be a sloppy mess. Oh my God. Yeah, David, I remember that. So chocolate cake down the toilet. We went and played a show in Nashville one time when we were going to be playing a festival. So we stayed overnight in a hotel room. And dude, I went into the bathroom after our bass player. And it seriously took like somebody took a chocolate cake. I'm talking like a whole like sheet chocolate cake. And just took it, flipped it upside down, and just tried to flush it down a toilet, dude. It was the most disgusting. Being in a band is gross. It sucks. It's stinky. Like,
New challenge. Who can eat? Yeah, no, not doing that. Ooh, you feeling better yet?
Yeah.
It's tapering, right?
I couldn't even eat the whole wing. There's not a chance.
No, I ate most of mine. Yeah, dude, that shit is murder. Well, you survived.
I did. Puke. I didn't throw up.
Fucking A, my guy. All of my other guests, every single one of them had to run to the restroom and puke.
Oh, I thought somebody else didn't.
Tyler, says, well, he didn't puke on stream. He puked immediately after. But everyone has puked. Every single person.
Oh my God. That is truly the hottest sauce I've ever had. I'm going to throw up on my way over to Alex's place.
You're a fucking champ, man. You ski the screenshot I sent you? No, I have not seen the screenshot. What'd you send me? Ooh, I'll remind me to send you out with some Tums, so that way when you're sleeping tonight, you've got those on hand.
It's not my house. I'll be messing up.
Well, either way, you don't want to be.
Shout out to Alex from Sidious. Alex Jane's gonna literally go melt his plumbing. So,
what did you send me?
Oh my
God. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll do it. I'm sorry, Chris. It's not that I didn't believe you. It just didn't show up on my shit that she subbed. Here's a bean.
One more bean. Dude, it can't be any worse than what just happened.
Oh no. So. Everything else is so weak compared to that.
What's the green? I want to see what the green is.
Green's jalapeno. Oh, I got green too.
All right. Nice way to end it.
Yeah.
I don't have any more room for even this jelly bean. Between the milk, the ice cream, the wings.
Mine or hers? So wait, you resub too?
Oh, don't make me do this.
Ooh. I know you've been subbed for what? 13 months or something? Ugh. Yo, everyone, thank you so much for no, just her. I'm Sheeply Boy. I'm going to nappy nap time. Yo, real quick, before we end this, Paul, do you have anybody or anything you want to plug?
Oh God.
Anything you want to talk about real quick before we cut this?
I don't know. I guess I should probably promote my band. You know, we talked about Time and Eternity. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram. It doesn't matter. You can steal our music. You can watch it on YouTube, listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, steal it. It doesn't matter. As long as you check us out, Time and Eternity Band, Facebook.com, Instagram, doesn't matter. We're all on all of those here. Follow us. You can follow me on Facebook. You can just search for my name, Paul Carnahan. Plug Kiesel, plug Kemper, plug Ampeg, play some Mesa, all the stuff that we use. I don't know. Liz at the Concourse, been putting on some awesome shows. Roger with Blackheart Productions just put us on a great show. Dude, Roger is seriously one of the best promoters I've played with in a long time. Sat us down at the end of the show, told us exactly how much money he made off the door, who he paid what, and exactly how much was left to pay the bands. Most transparent promoter I've ever played with, and I respect that a lot. So check out Roger at Blackheart Productions. I don't know. Check out anybody in Knoxville. Sanity City, it's the Guild, Disarmer. Check them all out. There's a lot of great music in Knoxville.
Paul, bro,
Chris,
thank you so fucking much for doing this with me tonight, man. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, dude.
Y'all.
Oh, man.
Hang out for a second. We're going to raid somebody. Anyone got a suggestion of who we should raid, or should we raid somebody that we're already super tight with? Should we go show Lycanthropy some love, or who the fuck are we going to go raid? If you can suggest somebody, let me know. You got like 2 seconds.
God, dude, I'm suffering.
Actually, I know. Hold on. We're going to go raid my boy Thick Cuts. Thick Cuts is a big fucking metalhead. He's a great dude. I've done some graphics for him. Really, really, really fucking cool dude. Let's go show this dude some love, please. We're going to jump in that motherfucking chat, hit him with a bunch of the goddamn fucking BeatdownKing emotes, hit him with some follows, hit him with some subs, throw some fucking biddies at him. This dude's cool as fuck. I promise you this dude's going to be a big streamer one day. He's top tier content. Let's go get him.
Whew. Man, thanks for watching me suffer tonight. It's been great. Been the most painful experience of my life. Good night, David.
Y'all, I love you guys. Adios. Go fucking get this dude. Show him all kinds of love, please. Please, please, please. He's a cool dude. Later, guys. See you next weekend with next week we got fucking Backslide Nate and John of Backslide. Make sure you come hang out. Love you guys. Peace.
Adios.